You want to come? Come on, you come.
Alright. Once again, we out here, we give all praises to Yahweh. Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Rakakodash. The blood of our apostles and elders and great millstone, who taught us his truth and showed you who do well. And salutation to the elect brethren, scattered across the four corners of the planet Earth. Right, this is GMS Trinidad, risorgimentotrinidad, and GMS Trinidad, prophetic vibrations. Right, the cure up and the sour camp coming together and do the works once again. Right, so we're out here to prophesy to the elect. Right? Yeah, go ahead.
That's some not?
Yeah, I have it. Alright, this is Isaiah 58 and 1. It says, cry aloud, spare not.
Lift up.
Cry aloud, spare not.
Yeah, the Lord say cry aloud, and that's going to become a this evening. They did already cry aloud and spare nobody feelings about it. Because judgment is actually upon the earth and upon this little island called Trinidad. Because just early on in the news, we heard that some notorious gangsters called Sandman, and the next one, they lost their life. Three of them, right? Yeah, they ended up losing their life. You understand?
And the woman.
And their women, they were passing it too. So when the Abba Shem and Shai said no judgment, he spared no one. He said, slay utterly both young and old, right? Yeah, go ahead.
It says, cry aloud, spare not.
What did the Lord say?
Isaiah 58 and 1, cry aloud, spare not.
So this is Isaiah 58 and 1. He said, cry aloud and spare nobody feeling where this word is concerned.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
And that is what we come here to do in Sawa. We come to lift with voice up like a trumpet.
And show my people their transgression.
And we're going to show our people, the 12 tribe of Israel, their transgression.
And the house of Jacob their sins.
And Jacob, which is you Israelites, your sins. Because you're living in sin. Only Israelites get sin.
Come.
Anybody else something else? Yeah, go ahead.
This is Psalms 105, verse 6 and 7.
Go ahead.
O ye seed of Abraham, his servant.
He said, O ye seed of Abraham, his servant.
Ye children of Jacob, his chosen.
Yeah, you Negroes, Hispanic and Native American, you are the actual children of Israel. Go ahead.
He is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, our power.
He is the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Go ahead.
His judgments are in all the earth.
His judgments are in all the earth, and we feel it right now in Trinidad. And it have more to come. Go ahead.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 4, beginning at verse 17.
Well,
he said, for the time is come.
For the what?
For the time is come.
The Lord said, for the time has come.
That judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh.
Well, but begin where?
At the house of Yahweh.
Meaning to say it will begin with Israel first.
Yeah.
The Lord will clean up his house first. Read.
Yeah. He said, and if it began at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh?
Yeah, well, what will be the end of they that obey the gospel of Yahweh? What will happen to the two-thirds? And what will happen to the heathen in this time to come? Yeah, no, you wouldn't want to be a heathen and yet you wouldn't want to be a two-third when the Lord tried to pour the fury upon the earth. You on that?
Yeah. He said, and if the righteous scarcely be saved.
And if the righteous, wow, no, this is a cold precept here. I call it a cold precept because if the righteous will scarcely be saved,
where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
So the Bible says your righteousness must supersede or exceed the righteousness of the what? The scribes and Pharisees. Yeah. Because they were pretending to be righteous when really and truly they were breaking all the commandments.
Yeah. This is Isaiah chapter 24 verse 1. Yeah. It says, come near ye nations.
Come here ye what?
Come near ye nations
so
to hear.
The Lord said, the Lord is calling. He said, come here all you nations to hear. Come and hear this.
It says, let the earth hear and all that is therein, the world and all things, the world and things that come forth of it.
Yeah, he said the whole world and all the things that come out of this world, he said come and hear the judgments of the Lord. Well,
it says for the indignation of the Lord is upon all the nations.
The indignation, which means the judgment of the Lord is upon what? All nations. You understand? Go ahead.
It says, and his fury upon all their armies.
And his fury upon what? All their armies. All what they set up in this demonic kingdom. The Lord said, I'm going to bring it down. When you go back to the book of Obadiah, he said, though it's set in nest among the sides, he said, I'm going to bring it down.
That's right.
Malachi once said, he said, I'm going to bring them down. Well,
it says, He had utterly destroyed them.
He had what?
He had utterly destroyed
He
them.
showed you in the past, I have already and utterly destroyed them in the past. Now it's reincarnation, so they come back again. Read.
He had delivered them to the slaughter.
He had what? Delivered them to the slaughter. And 2/3 of his own people he's going to deliver to the slaughter, because 2/3 of you Negroes, Hispanic and Native American ain't right. And they just don't want to get right.
This is Isaiah 13:2.
Bring it out, huh?
Lift ye up a banner.
What the Lord say? He said, lift me up a what?
Lift ye up a banner.
The Lord said, lift up a banner, which is this gospel. We lifting up this gospel.
That's right. Upon the high mountain,
Go ahead.
exalt the voice unto them.
Exalt the what? The voice of the Lord upon them, unto them. Go ahead.
Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the noble.
That shake the hand that they what? They go into the gates of the noble. Who they the prophets? We into the gates of the noble. The nobles is the Israelites that passing up and down. But they don't know themselves. They in sin.
It says, I have commanded my sanctified one.
I have commanded what?
My sanctified one.
Who is here? I have commanded my sanctified one. Go ahead.
I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger.
He said, and I have called my mighty one for my what? For my anger. Go ahead.
I have commanded my sanctified one. I have called my mighty one for my anger. Even them that rejoice in my highness.
And he said, even they that rejoice in my highness. And that going back to we as the elect, but not so like as the hopeful elect, but it also going back to the angels. They are also the mighty and the sanctified ones too.
Sanctified me,
Well, the elect can. Can.
They're going to sanctify says what God my saints together.
Beautiful.
Right? The ones that were the word sanctified go back to sin.
Can.
Which goes back to be cleansed. Right?
Can. Beautiful. Beautiful.
And what the mighty ones is the angels.
Yeah, can. Because these angels just waiting to say for Yahweh Shemir to say, let loose and do your thing.
Awesome, right?
Well,
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 1.
Yeah.
He said, the word of Yahweh came also unto me, saying.
So this going into Jacob trouble here. He said, the word of Yahweh came unto me saying,
He said, thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place.
why?
For thus said Yahweh concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place,
Right.
and concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that begot them in this land. Verse 4, he said, they shall die of grievous deaths.
They shall what?
They shall die of grievous deaths.
Ain't that what happened about 2 or 3 hours ago?
Yeah.
With this notorious guy called Salman.
Yeah.
They die what? They die grievous death. Now who is going to mourn he?
Look how life is. I leave any setup and come back on the setup and the ideal topic pop up. We want continue.
Right? He said they shall die.
Alright.
They shall die grievous deaths.
They shall what?
They shall die grievous deaths.
Yeah, all the proud and all the gangster you was and all that you want to let the whole world know to use this notoriousness. Yahweh Shemir Rashai say use nothing.
Gone.
And use like a little dust.
Okay.
You go down to the pot and the clay, he say, the potter was spreading a clay and it was mud in his hand.
Gone.
Well,
He said they shall not be lamented.
they shall not be what?
Lamented.
Yeah, the Lord said nobody's going to lament, nobody's going to mourn for them. Who's going to mourn for him? Nobody really.
Gone. Neither shall they be buried.
Say it again.
Neither shall they be buried.
Neither shall they be what?
Be buried.
Yeah, neither shall they be buried. Even though they're buried physically speaking, but the time is coming when they're going to be like dung upon the earth.
Gone. But they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth.
Beautiful. That is the scripture. You would have hold up there. You have something there, but you know, and then we swear on you.
This is Sirach chapter 10, verse 9. Why is earth and ashes proud?
Why is what?
Earth and ashes proud.
Well,
There is not more wicked, it's not more a wicked thing than a vicious man, for such an one set in his own soul to sin, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels.
yeah, he said, why is earth and ashes proud? Ashes mean you, man. The Lord say you're like ashes.
When they die, what?
Yeah.
Dust go back to the dust from whence he came. It spirit go back to the fire.
So then in this life, what is this body worth in this life? Nothing. When we should put to humble ourselves and give and serve the Creator, right?
Nobody book says so. Fed on myself over they see because all they see they spray and go. First we can't see where they come down, you know. First the unseen world, you know. Powers and principalities and one high places, you know.
High place.
This is what we have to meditate on. But this is just mortal. Plus, but when it in me, you and everyone always present, you know. The great Yahshua. If you always present Yahweh, if you always present, What one thing we always must be present, for we have no beginning nor end, you know. We neither old or neither new, you know. For we always present, you know.
This is the book.
Carcass, our age.
This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 21 verse 9.
Bring it out, Dad.
Son of man, prophesy and say thus, said the Lord. Say, a sword is sharpened.
A sword is what?
Sharpened.
The Lord says a sword is sharpened. Go ahead.
And also furbished.
And also what?
Furbished.
Go ahead.
It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter.
They make it what?
A sore slaughter.
Yeah, it make a sore slaughter. You did that slaughter, and hey, the slaughter, it begins from today. As we prophesying this, you brothers will know that it begins from today.
Trinidad was silent too long.
And the Lord, the hand of the Lord upon this demonic country.
Hey.
Everything that America offers, we emulate it. LBGT Day in America, it's happening down here.
That is the spirit. That is what I wanted to add, because
They want
just
to ban America, but they want to uphold the American ways. It make no sense.
But you better want to say that.
see, next week supposed to be the next week supposed to be the second annual Gay Pride Parade in Mandela Park.
In what?
You understand?
Wow.
In Mandela Park, supposed to be the second annual Gay Pride Parade in Trinidad and Tobago, which they say going to be safer and better.
They're going
But
to be what?
safer and better.
Hold on, brother.
And hey, the thing about it is, after they decriminalized and they had the Gay Pride Parade last year, that is when we get the 6.9 earthquake.
Because that earthquake, that Gay Pride Parade was the second in the Lesser Antilles. Because just a little bit earlier on, in that month or around that season, Barbados had its first. And guess what? The Catholic Archbishop of Trinidad and Tobago, he was across there. And the same thing he said there, the same thing he said here. He said that Gay Pride Parade represent that he was in support of it. And he said that it represented us having a proper working democracy. And he is supposed to represent a man of God. So,
What verse says so? What verse in the Bible says so?
Because Salakia, if I was watching the news last night, they were saying that the LGBT community, right, they're starting to buck up on people who interfere with them. If you was watching the news last night,
the police,
the
police is on the radio. They have a segment that's called Slam 100 in the morning. And they were saying that police not supposed to, what they're supposed to have a kind of integrity, whereas whatever your orientation is, that's what they call it, whatever your sexual orientation is, you're not supposed to have any malice or any form of opposition. If you're homosexual, they support it. If you're a straight heterosexual, they support it. That's the police, that's what the governor, the centurion, that's what they support. So that goes to show that this is not the kingdom of heaven. This is not it. This is not what we're working towards.
All I have knowledge that the new gold paper that we're not issuing at the Tobago right now, it has neither male nor female in it right now. That's when the new children coming in this children at the Tobago right now. It's not no male or female, you know. It's not no male or female again, you know. Wherever you choose, I'm going to get big. You put your gender to your likeness. That's what happening right now. It's gone mad.
Nice news stuff.
It's gone mad.
And just some men like we wouldn't be on the street.
I want to say something to add on that, because in California, they pass a law that they have 15 genders to choose from. All different type of genders they have, besides male
and female,
transgender,
transgender.
But there's so much that I can't recall.
And actually they say it actually have more than 15 genders. But that just goes back to confusion. I have a precept here. This is Micah chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, woe to them that devises iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Yeah, that's what the elites do. They work iniquity on the bed. Remember, homosexuality and all these things what they pass, these laws that they pass, that is unrighteous decree. Because it's not in the law. So anything that is not in the law is unrighteous.
The Lord. It's in the white man law, the pioneer law they call it, or Indian law.
Yeah, but right? The law of the Most High, it's not there. Well,
It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand."
So it is given into the hands of the wicked. Right? So it's in their power to pass this unrighteous decree. $2,000 for a seatbelt, you know, $1,000 or $2,000 so using a road. You understand? Now what? If they speak, right, you have hate speech. Right? So on YouTube, if they call a man a faggot, if they call a woman a lesbian, you know, they don't even want to be called what they are. Right? It's be considered hate speech. You know, if they say Bun, but I have a place called Bun, Babylon. You understand? The word Babylon means confusion, Babal. And this is what this word has come. Trinidad is a prophet. I was just saying it. Trinidad is a mini Babylon, a mini America. It's a province of Babylon. You know why? Because what? They Hellenize, right? And it's the same Hellenism in the scriptures that come back again. Right?
This is the book of Romans chapter 1. I'll start at verse 25. He said, "Who changed the truth of Yahweh into a lie?"
Yeah, who changed
go ahead.
Who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie? The so-called white man.
Done.
Right? He set up the image or the representation of our Lord, our other one, Yahweh, to be a leprous dog.
Done.
A blonde hair, blue eye, effeminate, Edomite.
Done.
So-called white man.
Done.
Right? That is one of the things that he did. Right? The law, statutes, and commandments, they perverted.
Language.
The language, they corrupted. Sexuality.
Done.
You know?
Done.
Well,
He said, "And what?"
So like a man was made for woman, not a
Done.
man for man.
Done.
Well,
Well, we'll get on in this here. He said, "And worship and serve the Creator more than
No, the creature.
Salaki. Worship and serve the creator Salaki more than the Creator."
yeah, they worship and serve the creature. Oh, you serve the creature. By serving that image, the vibration.
Done.
Right? The so-called white man set up himself as the image of Christ, the Lord. Right? That plays. When you look up the word advertise or advertisement, it means to what? Persuade somebody to buy something that is selling for it.
Come.
Right? And by putting that image, that leprous dog, right? That leprous dog, by putting that image out there, right? This is why I advertise it. This is the Lord. Right? He's a white man.
Yeah.
So automatically he's subdued underneath the power of that image. Right? And this is what the Lord is about. He's about love. Yet still they speak love, but they're all about hate. Right? The same people who speak love. You telling me it's love to lie down with a man? You can't. Out of love it's supposed to bear forth fruit. Right? Out of love is supposed to bear forth fruit, but man with man doesn't bring forth fruit.
Well, so
they
like-
bring forth disease.
So I know it's not even about to say, do they really understand the meaning of love?
No.
They don't understand.
Yeah, love is the keeping of the commandments of
Can't.
Yahweh.
Yeah, now only that you see what's going on too. But this homosexual agenda that they push on, remember they of the notion that the population of the world is too vast, you know. They want to bring down the world population. So when they push this homosexual agenda, right? Two man can't make trend, two women can't make trend. So when they push that agenda, the more that has been pushed and flourished and whatnot so forth, you know, within their eyes they're doing a good in bringing down, in fulfilling their agenda of depopulating the world.
Well,
because the world can't populate with a man shoving the rod up in the next man's rectum.
Neither a little child.
Right? Neither a little child.
I can finish just and get on in this here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because just what they're saying is what they're saying. He said, "Who is blessed forever?" Amen. Verse 26. He said, "For this cause Yahweh gave them unto vile affections."
The what affection?
Unto vile
Yeah,
affections.
vile affection. Homosexuality is vile affection.
Can.
Yeah, the Most High said he had mingled up with birth spirit.
Come.
Right? So the Most High says, the said the Most High.
Yeah.
This is all the Most High show.
Of course.
Right? And just to add on what Priest Han was saying, right? Just to add on it is that he's saying that they're trying to decrease the world population, but really and truly they're trying to decrease the Israelite population.
Can.
Right? Because what they're doing, right, there's something that is high. There's human trafficking, and there's also a black market for organs. Right? Organ trafficking. Right? What they're doing out there in America, this is something that's like on a hush. right? But you know, because we have alternative media, it's coming out
Can.
that they're killing plenty of the so-called black people, right? But it's really Israelites are killing. They want to get the organs, right? They want these
To get melanin.
to get melanin, to get the thyroid gland, to get these different things, these different organs, right? You see, it was Jacob Rothschild.
Yeah.
Jacob Rothschild had what, seven heart transplants. Where do you think you get them hearts from?
Black people is the Israelites.
Studies actually shows to prove that the Negroes' organs are the strongest on the earth out of all other nations.
Can.
Let me just back that up right quick. Yeah, we finishing that.
Alright.
Let me just back this up real quick. This is Deuteronomy chapter 25 and verse, sorry, Genesis chapter 25. Genesis chapter 25.
Can.
Right, Genesis chapter 25, verse 25 and verse 23. So like that. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and one people shall be stronger than other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. Right?
Yeah, so when you go into that, you realize that that prophecy is actually on point. You understand? Look, what you see now, people, we're the lowest in the society. All the other nations is above us, and started with the so-called white man. He's above all things.
But we are the
Right now.
spiritually strongest.
But it can.
Watch these homeless, these vegans, I was just like here and saying, right? You don't see them in that kind of blogs outside. These people still have more optimism about life. You see that when you talk to a vegan, a Jake vegan, right? And they'll bring some points of life that's so simple that they proud. They look past it, right? But what's them Edomites out there? Them buck out drinking all kind of nail polish remover and all kind of shit in the street.
That's why the scripture says he will make his tongue to fall upon himself. Because why? Because he proud.
Hey, and if I may add, these other nations know that we are the children of the Most High and we are above, because in even this animation Naruto, they say about the Raikages or the dark skin, them is the only village that have like a dark skinned person as the head. And when they say they have the body of the gods. You understand? The superior.
Just before you come back to finish story, I just want to back up to Priest Kahan and say again. This is Exodus chapter 1 and verse 7. And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly and multiplied and waxed exceedingly mighty. Now what's going on in Europe? Whether someone from the next time they testify, we had that video where they have the women in Europe stripped naked and running to the street. Because what? The fucking Edomite man, and I talk about Edomite woman, right? Edomite man don't want to have sex with them. Right? They're married and they don't want to have sex with them because they're pure homosexuals. Right? And they what? Their sex drive low and they just can't, they're not able to reproduce. As in Europe and in America. Right? Edomite man, they see they can't reproduce. Right? So guess what? They're threatened by that. So that population that they want to decrease. That 500 million that they want to decrease and let me legit. They showed that in the movie Elysium. Right? They lead Jake down here and they went up in the paradise. They don't want Jake up in the paradise. They didn't want Jake as slaves in the paradise. You understand? It says
They are robots.
And the land was filled with them. Verse 8. Now there arose a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we.
And that's a true point we're saying that, because we know Israel, we multipliers. We multiply very fast. Fast
The scripture said the more they oppress us, we multiply.
Yeah, can.
You understand?
For real.
That's why the place seems to be saturated right now. Right? We have over 6 billion people on the planet. Right? Because the most 7 billion, the scripture said that the most brought back that untoward generation. This is that generation that was there, Dathan and Korah. This is that wicked generation that Muhammad against Moses, right? Against the Most High, and they're here for judgment, right? Which we saw today. It says, now there arose a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph, and he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we.
And we are more and mightier than them. In the spirit we are. And not physically we are too. It's just we not tapping into our real power.
The whole nation.
We're not tapping in, because why? We go, when we saying something, then we have 2/3 saying something against what is being said.
That the most high design is only the elect going to get it. Only the elect, that's why we out here only for the elect. We never claim. Our claim is never to come out here to say that we out here to save all Israel.
Because all Israel cannot be saved.
Yeah, we just waking y'all up to who y'all are.
Yeah.
Y'all Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all are the chosen people in the Most High.
Yeah.
But 2/3 of y'all gonna die nevertheless.
So which means all your blood will not be on our shoulders anymore. Because we prophesied and we did what we came out to do. Can
I precept here to back what all you're saying. This is Isaiah 59 and verse 2. But your iniquities have separated between you and your power.
what did the Lord say?
But your iniquities have separated between you and your power.
Yeah, the Lord said your iniquities, which is your sins, have separated you and your power. That is why you find that most of our people become what? When they fed up and reading the Bible, become atheists. Why is that atheist? Why is that atheist? Because you cannot tap into the right source. You understand?
Yeah, because
your power.
rebellion is a sin of witchcraft. You're rebelling. You want to be your own thing.
Yeah.
Right? So iniquity set. That's why they always talk about the saints and the sanctified ones.
Yeah.
The saints and the sanctified ones are those who repent of the wickedness and try to serve the Most High in spirit and in truth. Right? Go ahead.
And your sins have hid his face from you, that he will not hear.
He said, and he said, your sins hid his face from you that he will hear you. You understand? You people, hey, Yahweh have a real judgment for 2/3 of you. 2/3 got to go. You
That's
just
right.
not right.
Listen, Exodus chapter 1, verse 10. He said, come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when they are fallen out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. Right? It says,
And he say, come on, let us see what wisely with them. You notice when you work up late, most of the so-called white people and them, they wanna kind of move like, they have
the sorry.
The spirit of sorry upon them.
that's a lie, that's a facade.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Read over that scripture we're not reading. Let us deal wisely with them.
It says
Somebody give
And
Psalm
that-
33 now.
Yeah, you get some
Precept was actually thinking
now,
about.
you hold on.
Huh?
Said I see precept stuff I was thinking to back with that.
That is what they call cunning and craftiness. When they say this, the sorry, that's actually a cunning spirit
It's in your pocket for faith too.
and a
Spirit.
crafty spirit.
Yeah, like that. Go back to the scripture. When it say his words are smooth like butter, but what was in his heart?
Yeah, that is exactly what
Psalm
taking place.
65.
That's the characteristic of the Edomite. That's like how we can tell you the characteristics of Jake. Jake forgiving and loving, Jake one piece, They said Jake was cool, dwelling in tents, but he saw war was in his heart.
Yeah.
Right?
So we show that even in this little cartoon called Ugly Dolls, they're showing that. They always show Jake have more love than taking Esau.
This is Exodus chapter 1 verse 10.
Yeah.
It says, come on, let us deal wisely with them.
Let us deal what?
Wisely with them.
Let us deal wisely with them. So what are the
I have the Psalm 83. I read it for you.
Yeah, well.
It says Psalm chapter 83. And I'm going to start at verse 2.
Yeah.
It says, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They that hate thee, guys, he said on nations, right? Go ahead.
Predominantly Esau.
They are predominantly.
It says, they have taken crafty
They
counsel.
have taken what?
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Against thy people. They have taken crafty counsel. When they go back to Exodus, when we know, come, let us deal with them wisely.
Yeah.
Right? Where's that wisely? Crafty counsel.
Yeah, so you have Bill Gates. He's the founder of Planned Parenthood.
That was going to. That was not going to.
Yeah.
Right? Planned Parenthood with what? Abortions.
And world eugenics program.
And this woman, Margaret Sana.
Sanga.
Yeah.
She's a witch. She's an old wicked witch, a wicked white witch.
She's all the itch and them. Which bitch?
Yeah, she's all that.
Snitch.
Yeah, come on. She didn't want us to multiply at all. She wanted just like paid all black people, so-called black people. Margaret Sanger, right?
So it's like human weeds now, but where does grow weed? They just exterminate weeds. Right? So what do want? What is the plan to exterminate us? Die the plan.
That's why they just put pork inside the food to defile we from the most side of poison the food with certain things, fluoride in the water.
Right, to calcify your pineal gland, chemtrails in the air.
And you know something today, right? I watched an article, I think it was on Facebook, right? There was this article saying, you see, things like Pepsi, Tropicana, oats and thing is the thing that has come out from the fetus from babies. They're using these things in these products, They're using these things in this product. So at the end of the day, everything we say, we don't see it in the scriptures because what he said we shall eat defiled bread. We shall eat defiled bread, and this is what's going on.
So look, your father don't want to do everything as you say that there are some called stem cell research. They go again medicine stem cell. Stem cell is cells, the growth cells that they get in the placenta. Because we naturally what's supposed to happen is that when a mother gives birth, the umbilical cord is tied to the placenta. It's supposed to, the placenta is what they call the afterbirth. So it's supposed to wait. She's supposed to be on a stool, a birthing stool first to begin, for like gravity to let the baby slide out, and then what? The placenta comes out after a while too. And the baby's supposed to stay attached to that because that's them stem cells, that nutrition, it helps with the brain. Babies who have had a longer time connected to that cell have greater brain development and are what more cognizant, they're more intelligent, right? But Esau cuts it out and gets it, they take all the placenta forcefully, and guess what they do? They use it back in their research, they use it back in their medicine, they use it back in their food, right? They do evil. They do evil with it. Go ahead. Use witchcraft. Go ahead.
And when your child stay on the placenta, right, which 8 hours, after 8 hours, I believe it does drop off. Actually, your child can.
A video on Facebook where our brother had his baby for like about 72 days, 72 hours.
On top of it?
Yeah, and when it dries out, you see like how when it cuts it, there's had a little clamp. And your mother might keep a clamp and say this was a
navel string.
Right. It is naturally just without dry it out.
You don't need no vaccine when your child after birth on top of your child. But they cut it off and then say your child need vaccine. Your child don't need no blasted vaccine.
That's why they cut it off one time. That's why they cut it off one time with against the law. How would they do that? You can't go in as
that's why this scripture says
that's not true. That's not true.
No, the law of the land.
My children don't have vaccines.
No, but the law of the land. What you say?
My children, right here in Trinidad, don't have vaccines.
Right, but the law of Trinidad, if your son or daughter is going to UE,
they said that you could be prosecuted.
No, if your daughter had to go UE right now, in Trinidad and Tobago, to go UE right now, she can't go in UE.
Right,
How's the vaccination?
How's the vaccination?
we don't want children to go UE.
Why you want your children to go UE?
No, exactly. That's how the system put me. That's what it is.
When you go to UE, where again?
But that's how the system put me.
What's the first thing again? You get something called a degree, right?
No, that's how they put me.
You know what the word degree means?
How they put me.
The word degree means to be below.
Just listen, just listen.
Their edification, right? But we're not supposed to be below their order. We're supposed to be the servants of the Most High.
Exactly.
Right?
I agree.
As our people, so we're not supposed to aspire for our children to excel in their system.
I agree.
Their system is failure.
I support you. Thumbs up on that. Thumbs up on that. But the system we're in right now, I make it mandatory.
And the thing about the whole school system, that's just an institute to make your child a better slave for the so-called white man. Because
it's
first
a
of all,
it's a filtration system.
Wait,
The same way the spirits that was here before, right? The centurions who was here before is the same centurions here. The scripture says the spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet, right? So by this different examinations and separations and segregations, what do they do? They filter out the best of the old spirits and they add them back into the system, right? That's how they do it, right?
To
the
build
same
their
way the
empire.
Most High is filtering and bringing forth his elect to stand up here and represent him, right? But we represent the glory of Yahweh Shemel.
That's right.
When he come, it's only then the masses going to know that we were the heralds of the Lord, right? We're going to be part and parcel of his glory, joint heirs, right? Because we all here glorifying him, we're not glorifying ourselves. Hey, who's me? The Most High say he can wake up on rocks to serve him.
Just bring a quick
See, and another thing,
you have a precept.
you guys, you all never see something like this happen before in your life.
And the Baptists come out here, but they
They
don't
look
have it.
strange. We look different, right?
Besides that, the Baptists come out here, they don't have it. The Christians come out there, the Muslims come out there. They come in the street corner, but there's no edification, right? They're giving you dead history, this one and that one. Hey, yo, everything in this book, they cross-reference secular history. You know where you come from. We have a history deeper than being on slave ships. We go back far. We were kings, we were rulers. Hey, one of the youngest kings in Israel was 8 years old.
Can.
You understand? We were great men in past lives. Right? Prophets, priests. Right? We kept the order of Yahweh Shemi outside. But because as the brother read before, because our iniquities separate us from the face of the Most High.
That's right.
So we are out here to reprove the nation, turn back to your power, put off the sin, leave off the sin.
Scripture says set thy house in order.
So like this is what you call the refreshing time.
This is the book of First Corinthians, chapter 1. I will start from verse 25. Because the foolishness of Yahweh is wiser than men.
He said what?
Because the foolishness of Yahweh is wiser than men.
So the Lord say he take the foolish things of preaching the gospel, don't want to conform the wise.
Can.
Well,
And the weakness of Yahweh is stronger than men.
so the weakness, what the world look at this is a weak thing we doing. He said it's stronger than what you into.
Like I told you, when we went down, to preach the first time, we had one of our greatest supporters now was our greatest opposition. Yeah, and we used to say, boy, what's it all there? What's it all there? They ain't even good for themselves, at least the Muslims just feed their people. But we feeding you over the greatest food ever. The Most High say what man shall not live by bread. That proceeded out of the mouth of Yahweh Shemi Shai.
You're on point with that.
Isaiah 33 and 6, Baba Kosha, real quick. Isaiah 33 and 6, real quick.
I'll
This is
precept
about-
you after.
Right?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33, verse 6. Right? He say, and wisdom and knowledge
And wisdom and knowledge, go ahead.
shall be the stability of thy
It
times.
shall be the stability of thy time.
God.
Right? You don't think it's just so that these men getting judged? Guess what? The men that put them to death, right? If it's the police, if it's the bad, hey, there's a spirit that's going to pass, a spirit of death that's going to pass over this land.
That's right.
A great spirit of death is going to pass over this land. Right? Because the Most High said so. Right? There's sedition of men. There's going to have race wars, there's going to have riots. Right? There's going to have economic collapse, financial collapse. And hey, men going to be hungry. How are you going to eat?
And you know he's the same yesterday, today, and forever. If he did it in the first Egypt and called that angel to pass, why ain't go do it in this Egypt?
Exactly.
Can.
Right? The Most High said, for the want of bread, men want to slay each other. For the want of bread. Right? But wisdom and knowledge is going to be the same ability of myself. What the Lord said? The Lord said what? My servant shall eat. Right? My servant shall eat. You have it?
Yeah, can.
What?
Did not have the Isaiah 33 here so good.
Oh, go ahead, finish it off.
Right? The stability of thy times and strength of salvation.
And strength of salvation, we're going to be saved. The scripture says, I have been young and I have been old. I have never seen the righteous nor his seed begging bread. The Most High provided for Elijah. Right? The Most High provided for the children of Israel in the wilderness. He sent wafers from manna from heaven. He gave them quail when they complained that they was getting meat. The Most High going to provide. He gave Moses.
in the jungle,
He gave Moses the ability to strike the rock and bring forth water.
I have a
You
precept, I
understand?
have a quick precept for you. This is
So the wisdom and knowledge of this word, this understanding here is going to be a stability in times to come. Go ahead.
this is Jeremiah 50, verse 33 to 34, right? He said, thus said the Lord of hosts, he said, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
When that happened in Babylon. Right? That happened in Babylon in this present time. Even right here, here's a mini Babylon. You all oppressed. Hey, you gave up and you had a slave. As I said, unless a man work, he can't eat bread. You understand? That's part of the curses too. You had to work to eat bread. Even if you're saying by self-sufficient as farm, you had to work in the soil to eat bread. Right? Go ahead.
He said, and all that took them captive held them fast and refused to let them go.
They held them fast and refused to let them go. But I just brought out Psalms 83. The oppressors, right? The scripture in Nahum talk about the bloody city, the oppressing city, right? That's America, Babylon, right? The mother of all harlots, right? They set the standard of what? Democracy. That's their image, that's their way, that's the way of Satan, right? There's no love amongst our people because of them. Divide and rule. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 34, he said, this is the beautiful part I love. He said, their Redeemer is strong.
Their Redeemer is strong, and his name is Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Go ahead.
The Lord of hosts is his name, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. He said, he shall thoroughly plead their case.
He's going to plead their case. He's going to plead our cause. Yeah, David said that, please my cause, oh Jah. Jah is the short
Plead their
for
cause,
Yah.
actually, yeah.
Is Yah in the Hebrew, and that's something for Yahweh.
That's right.
Right? Plead my cause, or Yahweh. Go ahead.
He will truly plead their cause, Salaki, that he may give them rest in the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon.
And disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. So David pray again. Plead my cause, O Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai. Fight against those that fight against I. You understand? Go ahead.
Like I say, as the brother say, no way, that the refuse to let we go. Because who's going to deliver we out of this?
Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Because as David say, who's going to deliver we out of the hands of the strong, which is too strong for we? Right? Is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And as you say, we still in the hands of the enemy. Right? There's Exodus 21 verse 16. He say, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand.
God, we still found in their hand. Eh? Once you're not back in your homeland, you still found in their hand. This is not your homeland. Well,
right? Say, he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
so the Lord said the crime, the punishment for that crime is death. Death.
Because
We still come and go back to what? Slavery. Steal a man, sell a man, steal a man, and sell to the pay man on an auction block. 35. Going once, going twice. Sold to Master Jenkins on the plantation in San Fernando.
And even self, I can go a little deeper. Even the Hamites and all too have a part to play with that. The Hamites have a part to do with that because they wrong that sapana. They wrong that sapana in order to give us to the white man.
Hey.
So they have a part to play in that too.
I have a quick precept.
Yeah, because I want to come back to what I was reading here.
Yeah, he said that they that captured them refused to let them go.
I have a quick precept here. Jeremiah 15 and verse 5. For who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem?
Yeah, who having pity upon us? Who having pity upon you Negroes? Who having pity upon us? When our women had to be going out themselves on the streets, brothers had to do the most notorious thing just to get living. Who have pity upon us? The Bible says their own shepherds pity them not. Well,
Or who shall be mourned, or who shall go aside to ask how thou doest?
yeah, Donald Trump ain't doing that. And Keith Rowley, although he's a Negro, like he's not doing that.
He does more look like a blasted Egyptian than anything else.
God. He's not doing that. So then who really will bemoan us? Who really hearing our cry? We have a power in this Bible that will hear our cry.
This is Joel chapter 3 verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people.
They have what?
They have cast lots for my people.
Like us, this whole Bible slavery. Go ahead.
And have given a boy for an harlot. And sold a girl for wine. That they might drink.
Break it down, please.
Alright, Max, got a question. I'll tell you soon, Jay. You know it's backbreaking?
Breaking, if breaking for me, when the lynch, then the mule back when it's young, you know.
Look it up there.
Small, you know.
You will get the definition where it's backbreaking. You will learn something here today. You will learn where it's backbreaking.
It says,
Yeah, go ahead, continue.
they have cast lots for my people.
They cast lots for people that have been slavery. You check back in our slavery on record, they used to do that. See, the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. Go ahead.
And have given a boy for an harlot.
And they will go ahead, yeah.
And sold a girl for wine.
They sold a what?
A girl for wine
Yeah,
that they might drink.
They sold a what to young daughters for wine.
Yeah, like the Hamites and them, the Hamites, yeah, that is that the solar girl for wine, right? Because these Hamites, which is the original Africans and them, they used to trade us, round us up, trade us to get what? To get musket guns and wine. You understand? Funny enough, right? So the scripture don't lie.
It says, yea, and what have ye to do with me, Tyre and Zidon?
Tyre and who?
Zidon.
Which is this African nation, because we just try to show you all are not Africans.
That's right.
You may look like the Africans, same big nose, same big lip, same texture here,
Same melanation.
but you are not. They come from two different bloodlines. So what the scripture asks here, we know what
Can somebody go back in the text? So that's 11 and 7.
Yea, and what have ye to do with me, Tyre and Zidon?
What have you to do with me, Tyre and Sidon, you stinking Africans, go ahead.
And all the coast of Palestine.
And all the coast of Palestine, which we know today, Well, yeah, Palestine, right? Because it was what? Philistine, right? Today's Palestine, you know, that's Palestine, or the people who dwell in Palestine, they are not the original Palestinians, right? The Palestinians, the original Philistines was what? Is what? Hamitic people also, stinking Africans, dirty dogs, duru-eating, stinking Africans, right? Yeah, we don't have time, man. We don't have time, man. A lot of these.
You don't have time. Don't even go through.
Yeah.
It says,
They don't tell you back to son.
yeah, will he render me a recompense? And if he recompense me swiftly and speedily, I will turn your recompense upon your own head.
Yeah, you will turn your recompense upon your own head, which is the stinking Africa. I'm a matter of all the other nations too, right? Because these Elamites, right? Today you do your history, right? And you look up on the sub-Saharan slave trade and see the routes of the sub-Saharan slave trade, right? And you look up on the cities and the Punjabis, who are they are Israelites also, right?
It says, because ye have taken my silver and my gold.
Yeah, what?
Taken my silver and my gold.
He said, because they took the Lord's silver and gold well,
And have carried into your temples.
and carried away into the temple to do what? To make God of idols.
God, into your temples.
That
and,
we, the Israelites, may turn around and worship.
God, my godly pleasant
He
things.
said, it's godly pleasant thing, go ahead.
The children of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have he sold unto the Grecians.
And he told where? Unto the
And
Grecians,
these so-called white man.
so-called Edomites.
It says just so. And that he might remove them far from the border, from their border.
So now, really and truly, the history we get is just Trinidadians come from Africa, but your history goes deeper than that.
One more verse.
Well,
It says, behold, I will raise them out of the place whether he have sold them.
so now when you look in Curab, you look in Sawan, you see brothers like we, it's because the Lord raised me out of the place where he sold us.
And that was really, in particular Babylon, America, we were sold here too. The West Indies, the different West Indian islands, this triangular slave trade. It says, and I will return recompense upon your own head.
The Lord said, and I will return their recompense upon their own head.
And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and
Well,
he shall sell them to the Sabians,
Yeah.
to the people
afar off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the Lord has spoken it.
The Lord spoke on, so the very same thing they do, the Lord said that is righteous recompense.
And if
And then ask you something, right? Concerning buck breaking, right? Buck breaking, right? The rape and sodomization of rebellious, well, they put Africans, but being African,
Yeah,
right?
Israelites.
And the rebellious Israelite slaves in the south of the United States of America, right? But it wasn't only the United States in the south, all here. Right, because Woody Lynch letter, when I go into the Woody Lynch letter, right?
How to make a slave.
How to make a slave.
And Willie Lynch was what?
Slave.
He was a slave master in the Caribbean.
And the colony in North America, because he was getting some serious trouble, and he went across and tell them, hey, you only
Give them
going
the
to
methods.
give them the methods.
Give them the
You will
methods.
bend the mule back when it's young.
Right? Where's part of that bending down mule back? Fucking them.
Exactly.
Being real.
Look what
Fucking
we do.
them.
Look we do for parents.
Who is
We
it?
tie them on horseback, feather them down and tie them down and bust them in half.
Yes, sir. Who is the one that promotes on a high level homosexuality? These so-called white people, right? Who promotes bestiality, right? So, right? These Caucasian so-called white people, right? They promote bestiality on a high level, right? What could be in your right mind? Right? A matter of fact, somebody get dropped 30 and 1. Let me show you something. Let me show you how the Bible don't lie. Job 30 and 1. And go down a little bit.
Yeah, Job has serious book. The book of Job, chapter 30, verse 1, right?
Yeah.
Alright, let me go. Right. You see? But now, they that are younger than I have me in direction whose fathers I would have disdain to have set with the dogs with the dogs of my flock.
Right? So what Joe showing, Joe saying, boy, I wouldn't even have these so-called white people, these Caucasians, you sit down next to my fucking dog. Because why? They will look to shove the rod up in that dog. Right? Just the other day, from South Carolina came sometime last year. He was doing a video where I'm veterinarian. Everybody who carried a dog to go and see about, when they're coming back, they notice the dog Bamsi always bleeding. They want to know where is that problem. You understand? It's until a day that catch him in the app, running down a dog, bestiality, sexing a dog. And Job saying what? He wouldn't just be into how they would. Saying down next to the dog. Because what they will do, they will go up in that dog. That's how sick it is.
There's a video on Facebook where he saw pigs in the stores, and two of them might find this running from store to store brushing the pigs.
And if I may add, all they really have to get that mindset that always Africans out of all your mind, because really and truly he saw when they do a relation, he saw actually pick this up from the Canaanites. That is why Isaac and Rebecca sent Jacob away back into Mesopotamia, right? And civilization did not start in that landmass where they call Ham or Africa, right? Civilization started over in Mesopotamia, which is ancient, what they now call ancient Babylon or the Chaldees, between the Tigris and the Euphrates River, right? Or they call that region there the Fertile Crescent. All right, civilization started there after the flood. When Shem, Ham, and Japheth came down from the Mount Ararat, they would have traveled there and they would have repopulated. Right, the children of Japheth would have moved west towards Europe, right? But the Sumers, which is the Hamitic tribes, and the Shemitic tribes would have been there. And the first civilization, which is known as Sumer or Shinar, or the Akkadians or the Chaldees, there's where civilization started. Because Abraham, right, was known as a Chaldean, or he came from Ur the Chaldees, right? He begot Isaac, Jacob begot the 12 patriarchs, which are the 12 tribes of Israel. And these are the people that we stem from. If I read Exodus 11 and verse 7, the Most High put a difference between us and them. The scripture talk about the difference in the spirit. Because the spirit can. Right? Somebody get that from John 6:63, Baba Kasha, and get Exodus 11:7.
This is the book of John, chapter 6, verse 63. And it says here, he said, it is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profited nothing.
Right, the spirit is what quickeneth. Well, the word quicken, right, means to make alive, all right, or lively, right? So the flesh don't profit nothing. Because it have East Indians who jet black. The blacker than me and you, but we from the same race, so the same nation. No, we are not. Alright? So your flesh don't profit nothing, it's the spirit. That is why the children of Israel, they also known as having the confusion of faces. Because a Negro man who working on the war forever, he will travel to different parts of the world and plant his seed into a Chinese woman. Right? Because hey, people think Bruce Lee is a Moabite, but they just call him a chinigga. He's a chinigga, a Chinese nigga. Alright, because he hold aura, his spirit. It's his spirit. When I look up the word spirit, it actually goes back to one's characteristic or the essence. If somebody call you a snake, it's because they have a characteristics of a snake or a dog. Either you're deceitful or something. Now I say, hey, he's a real snake boy, because you're moving like a what? Like a serpent.
Salaki, just like in Genesis, the serpent. What is a serpent? It's not naturally a serpent. A serpent is a sly, cunning, or treacherous person.
Right? Actually goes back to the Hebrew word nakash, which means wizard. Alright? Somebody give me the Exodus.
Right, Exodus.
Can.
The book of Exodus, chapter 11, verse 7. He said, but against any of the children of Israel.
Against any of the children of Israel. Israel goes back to the Hebrew word Yashara Allah, which means he, Prince of God. Alright, go ahead.
Yeah, against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move its tongue.
Shall not a dog move its tongue. We're talking about a literal dog? No, it's not talking about a literal dog. It's speaking about a contemptible person, right? Which are the other nations, right? The East Indians, the so-called white man, the Africans, these are contemptible persons, all right? They are vile by nature. Go ahead.
Against man or beast.
Against man or beast. So look, they're talking about, they're not even supposed to talk about my dog. That's why Job said, hey, I ain't going to even put these people till I don't next to my dog. You understand? Go ahead.
That ye may know that how the Lord do put a difference between the Egyptians or the Africans and Israel.
Yeah, the Most High put a difference. That difference is what? The spirit. Because even though we might look like the Egyptians or we might look like the Africans, we are not. We have a different aura. The scripture calls us the salt of the earth. We put flavor in everything we do. Alright?
Read that over again.
Go ahead. Mandela? Yeah, that one you have in your hand.
Wait again. Right, Exodus, the book of Exodus, chapter 11, verse 7. He said, but against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that you may know that the Lord do put a difference between the Egyptians,
which is these Africans and them, what is the front?
And Israel.
And Israel, because what's the difference here, right? We don't put, what George, you go do that? Watch out carefully. Doing that?
Nope. Not only doing that.
You put that big plate in your lip.
So like,
And your lip and long swell.
You not married that?
So like, I can say something. First to know that there is no African. If you tell them to do that, they'll never do it.
Yeah, right?
You're not doing that.
Let me get our next one.
You ain't marrying that.
Yeah, they ain't marrying that, right? Right? What? You paying all them sort of tribal man, cutting up your skin and branding yourself and paying the
What is that law?
You're right in Leviticus, right?
And then in Africa, there's a celebration. I think I forget what tribe celebrated, call it the Festival of Rod. Where they paint, the men get together and paint each other rod, and by 12 o'clock, by midnight, they ram rod in each other, and that's the festival. You brothers ain't doing that, right?
We
are not Hamites.
Can't.
What spirit to do so?
We don't have that kind. We don't have that spirit to do those things.
Because why the scripture said, behold, I saw my law in you, and this is the law. This is Leviticus 19 and verse I'll start at verse 26. He shall not eat anything with the blood, neither shall he use enchantment nor observe times.
You see what he said there? You sent me the video?
Yeah,
with those nasty Africans, they slay a goat.
Yeah, they slay a goat.
And they drain out the blood and they begin to drink it. And Esau in the midst, he drink it the most.
He shall not wrong the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy bed. He shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
So all the customs of our people, what we trying to do out here, we trying to emulate the Hamite we are not. And then we want to know, well, what going on with me? You breaking all the laws of the Lord. That is what's going on with you.
And Salakia, what about the picture I was sending in the group? When the Hamite man cutting out the head, so cutting out one set of circles in the head. One set of circles. Or they playing Hamite take it now. They taking it as
a proud African.
Yeah, we are proud African.
See that you want to be a proud
Emancipation Day coming up just now.
Yeah. August.
You have, you know, is the Wolf in Star Trek?
Right.
Wolf was the one that kind of had a...
Yeah, kind of crazy.
Kind of thing. You know, African tribe that do that. They do the
Yeah,
census
can.
From here. So,
That tribe would just cut up them and
right.
Yeah.
So why they don't do that?
So like what salvation is there to be an African? Like the question that I ask our people, what salvation is there to be an African? You know, and those rats in across in the so-called Holy Land, you know, they don't want to be a part of that, but they're happy if we keep that heritage, you know. But the day we get to wake up to realize that, as we begin to wake up, realize that we're the Israelites, they start to get harassed now.
God.
See, the apes now start to wake up, they realize, no boy, must have a bright one. Must have a sea. It must have a sea. What planet of the ape? It must have a season.
God.
You know? Apes are much stronger when we come together as Zephaniah 2 and 1. Huh?
God. I want to say something to her.
Well,
the next thing, concerning these Africans and them, like for instance, the woman now, with a tribe, right? Where the woman just beg the brothers to beat them with stripes until the back.
Yeah, bro.
Right?
I'm not sure about that tribe.
Right? Our next one. Yeah, right. Our next one. They just do is they go up on a rafter, like say like the top
and jump off with the foot tight.
Now with the foot tight, put the camera on that thing there over there. On top of standards, right? They will have a thing on top of standards, and they're tying a string on the rod, not the foot, the rod, and they're jumping off from that
till it snaps.
Right? And if you ball, now that is a ritual to become a man. Right? That is a ritual to become a man. No, here going on. You could, whatever age this brother is here, right? Well, it's obvious, I can see well you younger than the brother here, right? But what I say, if the two of you all go up, and this brother here, ball and cry, but you ain't ball and cry, you have more authority than he. You have more authority than he, you know. You is the man, you know, and he's the little boy, you know. No matter.
Unless he go to that, unless he go to that,
without crying,
you will always be a child in the eyes of the
elder.
No matter what, I know about this piece of knowledge here.
Hey, you know, it's our next thing. How we people don't like to read and look up things. This simple thing. A lot of people who are underneath the Rastafarian teachings, right? They like to say, I am Ethiopian, I follow Sizzla, however, he is an Ethiopian, right? I'm born in Babylon, right? But who is the Ethiopians?
I can bring a scripture one time as they talk about that. This is the book of Amos, chapter 9, beginning at verse 7. Right? Hold on, let me just turn my page here. Amos 9 and 7, right? He say, are ye not as the children of the Ethiopians unto me, O children of Israel, said Yahweh? He said, have not I brought up Israel out of the land of Egypt, and the Philistines from Captor, and the Syrians from Ker? So that meaning to say that the Ethiopians and the Israelites does look alike, but there's two totally different set of people.
It's right, and you know it's truth. Because Joseph, he wasn't get sold into Egypt. As the Ethiopians, there was always idol worshippers from beginning, from foundation. The great father Abraham, as I speak about, he cried for much days for his son when he better sell him.
That's Jacob.
Right, Jacob.
Yeah.
Same we went, same down in Egypt. And there was always idol worshippers who didn't with the same complexion we're talking about. That how you can afford to dwell in comfortable, but there were two different types of people.
That's not where is it?
Now how you can dwell to the complexion with the same complex, but there was two different types of people.
Well comfortable as you say, right? Because if
Moses, same thing.
Right, there you come.
Yeah, when they flee, because when the wise men talk in Herod, Herod sent us a decree was to kill.
Yes.
The first born. And the Lord flee.
Shaky.
Right.
High amongst them.
Right? This is his Underground Compact Bible Dictionary. Right? You're scripturally educated enough to know who's Ham. Right? Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor, which is the forefathers. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes.
So what is Scholar trying to say when he said not the Negroes? What are you trying to say? You all understand what I'm saying, Gwen?
Who was called Negroes? When they had the auction blocks.
Board by Act. Let me shake your hand.
Yeah, when they had the slave tariff. Right, we're going to have an auction on this day. Right, what they said. One Negro block for sale. Right?
No. Right? No.
We were called Negroes, we were called niggers. You know? We were called wetbacks, we were called shine. That's some of the names that we were called.
No. The point Salakia, the point I was trying to bring to why I say the people like to burn out the Babylon, the Sebon Babylon system, right? And then all they'll go and say all these Egyptian, Ethiopians, right? This is Genesis chapter 10, and I'll start at verse 6. And the sons of Ham, Cush, and Mizraim, and Phut, and Canaan. And the sons of Cush, Seba, and Havilah, and Sabta, and Ramah, and Sabtek, and the sons of Ramah, Sheba, and Didon. And Cush begot Nimrod. Cush begot Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth.
See, he began to exalt himself as a god.
Right? And then when
so then if we come in, so like if we are African, then we are all lost. I'm not in this thing for to be no loser.
No.
At the end of this journey, I must come out a winner.
No, Nimrod, right, was the first known king inside the scriptures, right? Civilization. But his name actually goes back to rebellion, right? Marat, right? Which he rebelled against the Most High by building the tower in China, Babel. And after they start, what they did, they start to call themselves after the occasion that happened in their land. So the Ethiopians are the Babylonians. They are the same people. So people who like Sizzla Kalonji, a very famous singer, he born out the Babylonians and singing I am Ethiopians, but he actually calling himself a Babylonian because all Cushites actually built that place called Babylon.
That's why in Ethiopia right now in the present day what they're doing, they're incorporating everybody again. Everybody can come in the land. And if you take come in there, they're incorporating in different nations to come back. Right? They open their arms, Ethiopia open their arms. But same spirit coming back again. Confusion.
And you all wouldn't know that, but I all know. You know that Ethiopia is ancient Babylon? Like when all this whole demonic vibration started. Ancient Babylon, Ethiopia.
The name is Cush. Ethiopia and Cush is the same word.
Ethiopia had the first Roman Catholic churches in the world. Ethiopia, Romans take that land so long is a shame from beginning of them who created their land.
How you gonna cry? How you gonna cry to a God that crying that need help for yourself?
This is Isaiah 45 and verse 14. It says, thus said the Lord, the labor of Egypt and
let the scripture come on.
Right? Isaiah 45:14. Thus said the Lord, the labor of Egypt and the merchandise of Ethiopia and of the Sabians, men of stature shall come over unto thee, and they shall be thine. They shall come after thee in chains.
They're going to come where?
After thee in chains.
The Lord said they're going to come, but they're going to come towards us in chains. See all the heathens, the Lord said when he come back, he's going to set the sheep on the right hand and the goats on the left.
They shall come over and they shall fall down unto thee.
They're going to what?
They shall fall down unto thee.
They're going to fall down unto us. They are not our people. You know, this whole vibration here is Israel assimilating itself with the heathen.
Making itself holy, separate.
But the word holy means separate yourself. When you go to the nation, when you go to the nation, I just going to draw a quick reference. I will show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, like today. You go to the nation.
Well, you actually can't mix seed. What you're doing is actually putting your seed in weaker soil. Because some other nations are doing it.
Yeah, it's impossible.
It's impossible to mix
Watch all these.
So where you plant your seed is where you plant your seed, but you don't mix it. Seeds can't mix.
Watch all these false gods say. The Lord, the God of this Bible said, do not mix me or assimilate me with these things here.
So he that is joined unto a harlot is a harlot.
Let me finish it.
Where that?
When we're
Yeah, he that is joined to a harlot is a harlot. The harlot when you worshiping these idols. You understand? You play the harlot, you leap off on your board and you serve another. Right?
Let me just finish this. Right? Just to back up what they say concerning this one time. And the same precept. And they shall fall down unto thee, they shall make supplications unto thee, saying, surely the Most High Yahweh is in thee, and there is none else, there is no other power.
So all these things here is false. All these things, look at it. Haile Selassie, the Egyptian, Kabaston, all these things one man into, it's all false. You have a power that the Bible loves you more than you could ever imagine. And all he said to do is repent, put away your pride, repent, and come to get to know your Father.
You turn on to me, if I am married unto you.
Can't, because what? Because I'm married unto you. Yeah, go ahead, my brother.
There's Jeremiah 2 verse 11. He said, had a nation changed their God.
Had a what?
Had a nation changed their
The
God.
Lord said, had a nation changed their God. All these nations that serve these false God, they never changed their God or not? Go ahead.
Which are yet no God.
Which all these things we just show you are yet no gods. Go ahead.
But my people have changed their glory.
But my people, you Israelites, have changed your glory.
For that which doeth not profit.
That the Baptist beating the drums, they when they finish to go away. Now we're going to find out some Christians coming to worship this guy here.
God.
And all of them is one.
And all of them, and the hurtful thing about it is Israelites who just don't care, who don't give a damn. They what? They're contented, yeah.
That's
They really check it.
Would I hear the words? Would I hear the words and what but they say they would not do them. You know, because they know these Christians and they know about the truth, they hear the truth.
Come on a little bit, yeah, should have come on.
Yeah, they know the truth, they hear the truth, right? They see the brothers out here, right? But and brothers, they come in with their vain arguments, their vain opinion, right? And when we cut them and showing them the truth to the scripture, they still saying that what? We rather go in our own way, right? We still rather worship that stinking batty boy there.
Yeah, that's right. When they said that, when they told Jeremiah, he said we wouldn't hearken to you.
Yeah.
We wouldn't listen to you. Bring it up for edification. Bring it up.
44.
44, so that.
44.
God, bring it up for edification. They told Jeremiah that. They see there's nothing new under the sun. I keep saying that there's nothing new under the sun. They were wicked back then and they wicked now.
There's nothing new.
Nothing new.
Right here. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 44, verse, start from 15. He said, then all the men which knew that their wives had burned incense unto other gods, and all the women that stood by, a great multitude, and all the women.
That's not, read it back over.
Verse 15, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 44, verse 15.
Yeah.
Then all the men which knew that their wives had burned incense unto other gods.
Which is these same wicked women, like them two wicked bitches what was now passing there. Go ahead.
He said, and all the women that stood by, a great multitude.
All the women that stood by in great multitude with the friggin' wickedness, right? Pulling up at church. Because it's mostly women that's full of the churches. It's mostly women. It's full of that church house. Go ahead.
Right? He said,
Yeah. Go ahead.
He said, even all the people that dwell in the land of Egypt in Patros answered Jeremiah, saying,
What I say?
as for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of Yahweh, we will not hearken unto thee.
They will what?
We will not hearken unto thee.
And we men here, we represent that very said prophet Jeremiah in this time. Because we are the prophets coming back one more time prophesying again. What all people say when the past said, oh, I can't stand all there. While they're knocking up the pavement, we went hacking onto that. Same spirit.
And it was meant for them to go down because when the scripture say when Yahweh was talking to the 12 disciples, what did he tell them? He said, know that ye shall be hated by many for my name's sake. When the scripture say, he said, woe unto you when men shall speak well of you. So if Luke 6:26. So if we here and the people come in here and they're liking we and that kind of vibes, then we not doing the work of the Lord. Simple.
Yeah. Right? This is the book. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm to link with Luke 6 and 26 now.
Yeah.
You see the same thing we now talking about? You see the same thing we now talking about?
Forget them, because at the end of the day, the prophecy said that they're gonna look first. They're gonna look first. You can't comment. So you don't even sidetrack from the lesson.
When the rich man talk, everybody stop with them. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. To link with this now. This is the book of Luke chapter 6, verse 26. Right. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you.
See? Now if we come in here preaching with all these women passing and balling, you know, I lighting on in front of us, believe me, we are the false prophets. We ain't supposed to like we. See, you see, the word of God was supposed to make you feel uncomfortable in your sin. Can.
Right? Woe unto you when men shall speak well of you. Right? For so did their fathers to the false prophets.
To the what?
To the false
To the
prophets.
false prophets. So anytime we hear and people speaking well of us, we are the false prophets. Thus says the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai.
John 7:7.
John
Come out with these two precepts here. Yeah, two precepts here. You coming out with a link with this here.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 13 verse 23. When a rich man speaketh.
When a what?
When a rich man speaketh.
When a rich man speaking, because if it was T.D. Jakes, or if it was Marshall, or Creflo Dollar, or any renowned person, that bitch was now passing there, what would have gone? Read it.
It says, every man holdeth his tongue.
Yeah, she would have stopped here and hold her tongue and didn't say one ass. She would not say one thing. Right? Oh yeah, you can't. It was said the massa. Was said massa. You can't talk about my massa. Oh no, not my massa. I love my massa. Right? So if a rich man was speaking here, right, they would have stopped the tongue. They would have crowd up here and listen to what we have to say. Right? Continue on.
It says, every man holdeth his tongue. And look what he said. They extol it to the clouds.
Yeah, they would have listened attentively and exalt him. Exalt him. Boy, this man, you know this man talking. This is serious thing here, boy. This is good thing this man talking. I know he talking the truth. I know that. Continue on.
It says, but if the poor man speak.
But watch out me. Sackcloth.
Hey, somebody here is there.
What are the men here? Look better, look better in a rubber ding ding. In a rubber ding ding. He come out to preach him, a rubber ding ding. When I come out to preach, sometimes my brothers and sisters get kicks off on me. They just say, boy, priest, I show you the some people every day must just get kicks off on you because every time I come out to preach, I always in the same one suit. I always in the same one suit. But I can care less because me come out here to please nobody.
That's right.
I always in this jacket, always. I go to work in this jacket up to this morning. My cap asking me, boy, please, boy, you are with that jacket so, boy? What's the reason for this jacket, boy? You understand what I'm showing you? But if the poor man speak, continue up.
It says, they say, what fellow is this?
Who is he? Oh, they're blocking the pavement. Jesus Christ is Lord. What nonsense you telling me? Continue up.
And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him.
If we stumble, or we might make a mistake with a scripture or whatnot. All these false prophets. This, that, the other. And then the thing about it is this very same Bible is what we just use, but them using too. Same Bible, what we just cut them with. Where does the next
This is James chapter 2 and verse 1. Right, and then you go bring the Isaiah 53. Right, it says, my brethren, have not the faith of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, the Lord of glory, with respect of person. For if there come unto your assembly a man with a gold ring, in goodly apparel, and there come in also a poor man in vile raiment, and ye have respect to him that wear the gay clothing, and say unto him, sit thou here in a good place, and say to the poor, stand thou there, or sit here under my footstool. Are ye not then partial in yourselves?
Because why James considered that happened to Yahushua? At Simon Feast, right? When he said, Simon, when I came to your banquet, Simon was a rich man. When I came to your banquet, he didn't kiss me, he didn't tell me shalom, he didn't anoint my head with oil, nothing. He just pushed me in a corner like if I was nothing. But a woman, the woman with the alabaster basket, and she was she now did a little prostitution, buy some oil and some
alabaster
yeah,
with oil.
yeah, can. And she began to anoint the Savior's feet.
And wipe it with her hair.
And I wipe his feet with she here.
Yeah.
And they're showing you. That's why James called that. This thing is real serious. It's all spiritual.
I see some people
I have to present the call for.
you don't know where to.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 53, verse 1. Who had believed our report? Bring it down.
Yes, so the scripture say who had believed our report. You understand? Because hey, we ain't coming in gay clothing. We ain't coming in suit and tie with no spit and shine shoe. Alright? We ain't come like these pastors who could want no jet or anything like that. You understand? But we come as a humble servant, just like how Yahushua Mashiach came. Right? Matthew 8 said what? The foxes are holes. Alright? The birds are nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to rest his head. Alright? This ain't our resting place. Alright? The scripture said in Micah 2:10, arise and depart, for this is not our rest. Alright? This is the land of our fucking pilgrimage. Alright?
Even Baruch, we are yet this day in our captivity.
Go ahead.
And to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed?
To whom to the arm of the Lord is revealed. The arm of the Lord revealed unto Psalms chapter 25 verse 14.
Yeah.
Alright?
Psalm 25 and 14 now.
Well, and give me Amos 3 and 7.
This is the book of Psalms. Psalms chapter 25 verse 14. He said the secret of Yahweh is with them that fear him.
Right, the secret of the Most High is with them that fear him. Alright, so this is to whom the arms of the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is revealed. Alright, to those that fear him, those that walk for him in sincerity and in truth. Those that fear his ways. Alright? Amos 3:7.
Continue. Continue.
Well,
He said, and he will shew them his covenant.
and he will shew them his covenant. The scripture in Isaiah 8 and 20 say, if they speak not according to the law, neither the testimony, there is no light in them. Light goes back to truth.
That's right.
Alright? These pastors don't have no truth, they don't have no light in them because they're not speaking according to the covenant. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Salakia, because just today I made a video. The name of the video was anything we say is not of our private interpretation.
That's right.
Because the quickest thing that is like to say, everybody have a different interpretation. We can't have different interpretation. In the English language, we can have different interpretations. But when you go back to the root and the foundation, which is the Hebrew, and also you go back to the Greek, you will find out the real essence of it, what it is really meaning.
That's right.
But all it is quick to ball, we done away with that. No, the scripture say, ask for the old part.
That's right.
So we must go back to them foundations in order now to understand what it is the scripture really saying. Because we read in the same Bible, we will validate and tell you it don't have a virgin birth in here.
That's
It's
right.
have nothing called hell inside of here. We will tell you that out of this book. But somebody else will tell you something different. So that's what we're saying. That's what we're saying. Go ahead, Salakia.
This is Hebrews chapter 13, verse 8.
Yeah.
Yahushua and Mashiach,
Yeah.
the same yesterday
The same yesterday
and today
and today
and forevermore.
and forevermore. So when the prophets of old came into the city, when the people see the prophets, they don't know that these prophets ain't coming to tell me something good.
Because in Samuel, because they asked when Samuel had come, when Samuel had come into the city, they asked Samuel, as thou come peaceably because why?
Yeah.
Back then, they used to fear the prophets.
Of course.
But this world's so fucking wicked. This world's so wicked. You understand? No, the scenery, you know. These wicked niggas see me, you know, trying to wake them up. You understand? And what they doing? They're scoffing.
False
right?
prophets.
They're scoffing. Right? The other day, a Christian come and try to come wrong with a bag of bull crap, a bag of bullshit. You understand? You're not supposed to come around, you're supposed to come here and ask questions. Right? Don't come and feel you don't come and feel you know more than me. Because all we learn is where a slave master gave. All what you learn is what Master taught me. Wow! That's all you friggin' learn.
Master done a whole lot for me.
Yeah, Master done a whole lot for me.
Precept. Go ahead.
In Isaiah 56 verse 10, his watchmen are blind.
His watchmen are what?
Are blind.
Yeah, the Bible said the watchmen, those so-called pastors, they are blind. The watchmen today are blind. Go ahead.
The so-called watchmen.
Go ahead.
They are all ignorant.
They are all what?
Ignorant.
Meaning that they don't know.
Can.
And some of them who think they know, they rather hide it and keep it in the dark.
Yeah, for it would not be accepted amongst them here.
Exactly.
They are all dumb dogs.
They all what?
All dumb dogs. They cannot bark.
Because what you have a dog to do? A dog is to alert you. In case an intruder come in, the dog is to alert you.
That's right.
So now if you're a dumb dog and they cannot bark, I have no use for you.
Because that same dumb dog can alert you. That same dog ain't going to alert you. Because they not only with the martial law, that same dog is going to lead you to the fucking concentration camps.
They're going to lead you to your death.
They're going to lead you to the concentration camps, these pastors and them. They the same one going to lead you to your death.
That's right.
Because it has some call clergy, something I don't get the correct name on them. A unit set up with these pastors and them. That link with the FEMA with the FEMA camps and them now.
Or the pastors and them who link with the yes.
That called clergy, some clergy or clergy. Some concerning clergy, right?
Yeah,
But I don't know clergy is what dealing with what pastors now.
Yeah, clergy, but
right?
pastor, yeah.
So they had that day for when these pastors will make a light work in leading the people to the concentration camp. Because why? These people and them, these wicked Christians, they don't trust in, they don't first, number one, they don't believe in Yahweh Shemiyah Shai, and they don't trust in Yahweh Shemiyah Shai. They believe and have trust and have faith in the pastor. It's all my pastor told me this, I'm pastor so and so.
And so lucky what that pastor represented the peace, the system. So is the system really the liking? That's what they like, because the pastor does make them feel, hey, don't worry, God bless it. You have a blessing coming. You can drive a car, you can wear nice clothes, you can do this, you can do that.
It's all gonna work out good.
Exactly.
Pastor telling you what he had the holy milk, so he not in your mouth.
Can.
Say they cannot bark. Sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber.
Yeah, they can sleeping, lying down, loving to what?
Slumber.
They love to slumber, and they call you to earth too. Well,
Yeah, they are greedy dogs.
they are what?
Greedy dogs.
Yeah, but you see, the Lord done away with, but make sure you pay your tithes. Oh, go ahead.
Which can never have enough.
Rich can never what?
Have enough.
Yeah, you see this guy from TDN, sir? Church, I've got good news this morning. What the good news? The Lord bless you with that 4 more jets that he can fly. 4 more private jets that he can fly. Wow.
Or Sister Nancy was able to pay she bills. Yeah, Sister Nancy paid she bills.
So what about you as the congregation? Because even in the law, right, when you're paying tithes, which is 10% of your increase, alright, when you read Deuteronomy 14 verse 22 going all the way down, it said that you may rejoice and be glad before the Most High and fear the Most High. Eat and drink. But you people don't eat and drink before the Most High when you pay tithes. You go home empty pocketed. Alright, but the pastor, he eating and he drinking.
Finish that?
And they are shepherds that cannot understand.
You see that shepherd? Meaning to say they are shepherds with no knowledge. They have no knowledge. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 10:21.
They all look to their own way.
They all look away?
Their own way.
Yeah, they all look to their own way. You know, I go trust in I go just say something, I guess they will run with it. Go ahead.
Everyone for his gain.
Everyone for his what?
For his gain.
Yeah, it's a competition, right? Everyone for his gain. Then he against this one, that one against that one, and so it's all about their own gain. Yeah.
From his quarter.
Yeah.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 9. Before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of the Most High, Thus he spake, come, let us go to the seer. For he that is now called a prophet was before time called a seer.
The seer, break it down.
So the scripture the brother just read was the prophets are blind,
And they are
beautiful, so they can't see.
Yeah.
Because what we see as men of the Lord, we see
Destruction coming.
we see the signs of the times.
Yeah.
Isaiah 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1 going down, measured out the time diligently within itself.
Yeah.
We see the prophecies unfolding each and every day.
Can.
The destruction coming, right? The martial law coming, as the brother was bringing out. The camps, right? We see the RFID chip coming.
Right.
And this is what we broadcast.
Yeah.
Prophets, seers, we see what is about to happen.
And so lucky some now come to me. You see that what looking to happen, that whole scene that happening right now. You know what the Lord going and start to do? He's going to start to uprise or make an uproar the people in Trinidad. Because saying that today, Trinidad quiet too long.
They're
Too long. They're comfortable now.
It's a worldwide spirit.
Yeah.
Because Trinidad is just one little piece of the pie.
Can.
It's really, but the prophecy is mainly put into Babylon.
Yeah.
So Trinidad is one piece of the, because you have to watch what is really going on across there. Donald Trump, these nations, they fed up on America.
Can.
They had enough of America bullshit. They had enough.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 7. Surely the Lord will do nothing, but reveal his secrets unto the servants, the prophets.
Right, reveal the secrets unto the servants, the prophets. Alright? The Nabayaya. Alright? Those that the seers. These men is foxes in the world. Alright? They're not going to warn you people about the destruction to come. Alright? Read verse 8.
Verse 8. The lion had roared,
Go ahead.
who will not fear?
Who is the lion? The Most High, the conquering lion, and the tribe of Judah. Go ahead.
The Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, had spoken.
Go ahead.
Who can but prophesy?
Right, who but can prophesy but the prophets? Because we are known as the mouth of the Most High. Alright?
Colossians 1 and 25.
I can bring a scripture.
No, that's not. It's a link now, but then it will come with it.
This is Ephesians 1 and 9.
Right.
Having made known unto us the mystery of his will.
Read it slow.
Having made known unto us
Having made known unto us, who is the us? The prophets. Where up?
the mysteries of his will.
The what? The mysteries. Where is his will? To bring judgment. Right? Where's that judgment? As the Alabama said, the RFID chip, the mark, which is the mark of the beast, the concentration camp, right? The diseases, right? Because a lot of diseases is going to be taking place. That CDC what they have in America, what they say is what? Center for Disease Control. No, that's Center for what? Disease creation, right? That's Center for Disease creation because they create a lot of diseases. All the mosquito and rats and whatever insects and where they called rodents and pests now, boy, whatnot so forth. They is mutate, is the word mutate? Yeah.
In most recent times, I think last year or early this year, what they did was they went and they dig up the bones of, in England, of the people who died of the Black Plague.
And the Black Plague, the bubonic plague.
The bubonic plague. And
Right.
what we have now in LA. LA, we have an outbreak of that.
The Black Plague.
Yeah, we had it on a ship too. We had it on a ship
Yeah,
too.
on a Navy ship.
And they also had it on a ship where a husband and wife, I think was a Russian husband and wife, eat some animal and they get their plague too.
Yeah, they get a plague
so-called
in Mongolia.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Mongolia.
Understand? So they're doing the experiment because they take it from the marrow of the bone, the DNA. You understand? And they regenerate. Why that dead and buried, leave it alone. Right? But because the scripture describes Esau as what? Death and hell.
Yeah.
That's what they're about. Wicked. They fucking,
Yeah.
their whole spirit, their whole mindset is to what? Bring forth.
Like Revelation 6. Let me see if I can get it quick.
It's to bring forth death and hell.
Revelation 6. So quick I could get it. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6, verse 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them, right? Unto them. Who is that them? A particular people, a particular nation, a particular race. Which was that? Esau, Edom, right? Continuing. Which was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, right? Because why? The earth is given into the hands of the wicked, Job 9:24. To kill with sword, which is a stinking blessing, and with, right? Yeah. To kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth.
What hunger?
Yeah, with hunger, with the famine. So they're going to break, they're going to collapse the economy. Right?
Order of chaos.
Yeah, order out of chaos. Right? That's the
Then they will come with a remedy, which is the
which is right.
This is Genesis 39 and verse
also the disease.
7:39.
So like the family plagues. Order of chaos, the plagues.
It says, and Isaac, his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
The earth shall be the what?
Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
Yeah, that is you Esau, right? Because you are the fatness of the earth, right? You are all the diamond mine, all the gold mine, right? You control the oil industry. You control everything. Everything that make this world so-called go wrong. Right? All commerce, everything. You control all the shipping agencies, all that.
Job 9 and 24.
The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Where?
And of the dew of heaven from above, and by the sword shall thou live.
And by the what?
And by the sword shall thou live.
Which is a military might. Right? Which is a military might. We read somebody gonna Habakkuk 2, starting from verse 5.
If I may say it right, the Hebrew word sword is corrupt.
Yeah, correct.
Alright, which goes back to representing a wall. Right? What a wall does to separate. Ra goes back to the head and Ba, right house. So what you're doing is separating the head of the house. He actually tearing things apart. Right? That way Esau Edom do it. Alright? Tearing things apart with the sword, because guess what? By diseases that could be considered as a sword. Alright, ICBM, nuclear missiles, philosophy, seduction, homosexuality. All of that is considered as being a sword. Alright?
Psalm 4.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Yeah, his soul, right? His spirit, right? Which is spirit over against the yeah?
Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Yeah, because he is a proud man. All you so-called white people, you're proud. You're proud. Word up.
But the just shall live by his faith.
But the just, which is just, you will fully let. You will fully let them over there, is it just? No. Because why? Them preaching what? White supremacy.
That's right.
Word up.
Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine.
Because he what?
Transgresseth by wine.
Which is a philosophy of democracy. Where?
He is a proud man.
He is a proud man.
Neither keepeth at home.
Neither keepeth at home. Because why? You want to control everything. You understand? You want your military might. Or who can type up but I can type up how much military bases the US have across the world. Right? Yeah. Huh? 200, but that joke. The US military has so much bases. Because it's not just only marine base or army base, they have naval base, they have air base all over the world. All over the world. So they can reach you anywhere. Right? You never keep at home. You so-called white people never keep at home. All the orders in somebody's business. You're in Syria, you're in Iraq, you're in Afghanistan, you're in the Korean Peninsula, you're in Venezuela, you're all over. Word up.
Neither keepeth at home. Who enlargeth his desire as hell.
Who enlargeth his what?
Desire as hell.
Who enlargeth his desire as hell. Right? Why is that? Because why? He bring everything that he desire, right? When he do to guide all that he desire, he kill, he bring hell, right? And the waging war with the Saudis and them, right? That Syrian war, not with the Saudis, with the Yemenis, with the Yemenis, but to go to a bigger extent, the Syrian war. What that Syrian war started for is because when they go into something called Genie oil industries or whatever it is, right? The Rothschilds and Kissinger and all these stinking freaking Edomites, they wanted to run a pipeline within Syria, an oil pipeline, and Assad tell them no. He ended up letting Putin do it, and that was for them. That was a slap in the face, right? So what I do, that already orchestrated because it's 7 countries. Seven Islamic countries they wanted to take down. Right? 7 Islamic countries they wanted to take down. And Syria was the last. Right? So what are 7 represent? Completion. Right? So continue the step again now.
Right. Who enlargeth his desire as hell.
Yeah, always you're going and killing because why? Your blessing is the sword. Right? So you're bringing hell what? Condition. The condition you're bringing upon the people. Where
and is as death.
What?
And cannot be satisfied.
Yeah, you can never be. Jeremiah 49. You know what? You can never be. You so-called white people, you are every friggin' thing. You are everything. The gold mine, all the oil fields, the diamonds. You control all the drugs and all. All the drugs and all. Look at video we was doing. With GMS prophetic vibration camp, what I was we was always bringing out the time. I was bringing out on a military series called the SEALs, right? As the scripture say, your own tongue will fall upon yourself, right? Because we are went into Afghanistan for Afghanistan is rich in what? In lithium. We need lithium for the very set cell phone and laptop and whatnot, right? It had a SEAL team went to do a raid and they end up getting destroyed in the raid and whatnot, so forth. And when one of the SEAL team, he was doing an investigation, we got to find out that a certain poppy field was burnt by a batch of Navy SEALs. That poppy field was sitting on what? A lithium mine. You understand? And what? He saw a private contractor who was with the SAS. He was buying over all these poppy fields on them for dog money because he know these certain poppy fields it's on a lithium mine. You understand? So he trying to cash in on the wealth. Right? So you never keep it at home. You bring it hell upon the people and you're never friggin' satisfied. Never. Word up.
And cannot be satisfied.
Yeah.
But gathereth unto him all nations.
Gathereth unto him all nations. That's why there are embassies all over the blasted world. The embassies, and it are certain places where you never even hear about Esau have a fucking embassy. It are countries where you never even hear about. And not only that, the US dollar, which is the world reserve currency. Everybody must do trade in that. Everybody must do trade in that.
As you said, that JP Morgan meeting yesterday and today say, you see, US dollar about to crash, eh?
Yeah, because why? China and certain other countries start to invest in gold.
And do direct trade.
Yeah, and do direct trade. Continue up.
Right. But gathereth upon him unto him all nations.
Yeah.
And heapeth unto him all people.
Yeah. What?
Shall not all these take up a parable against him?
Yeah, because everybody friggin' getting to hate you now. Everybody getting sick and fed up of you. What up?
And a taunting proverb against him?
Yeah, boy. Even like for instance, the London camp, he was saying even these Elamites and all this be saying, boy,
This thinking like they all them Indian and them Elamite they stop now, boy. But when you come to fucking India and you reap havoc in fucking India. And I hate this fucking white people. Yeah, because why? That they was controlling the whole of India, and then Pakistan ended up getting independence and they split it. But like to show you, there's really this stuff what the Bible talk about, because that Kashmir region, right? They never draw a line to say, well, all right, who control the Kashmir region? That is why India and Pakistan always in war for the Kashmir, because each claiming it. You understand? But that to show you, everywhere the so-called white man go, it's just death, hell, and destruction. That's why they have to go. Why not continue?
Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
Yeah, woe to you. Woe to you, all these so-called white people that increase what is not yours. Wait.
How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
Yeah, that where's that with that thick clay go back into death. Death. Because they're saying that about what, $22 trillion? No, it's over 70-something $1 trillion in debt. Right? In debt, no, and on top of that, with the debt, they can't fix back the bridges decaying, the road decaying, all these things. You understand? And the thing about it is, that is how the first Roman Empire, that was part of the Falta.
At the fall, I don't know how they tell it that,
The beginning of the fall.
Yeah, that was the beginning of the fall.
We was talking this man is a fraud man, this man he wicked as hell. So you can imagine there's a man who the Most High delivers to. So imagine how wicked he is. Right? So we said the prayer Azariah 1, start at verse 6. He said, for we have sinned and commit iniquity, departing from thee. In all things have we trespassed and not obeyed thy commandments.
So you see, in all things we have trespassed and not obeyed commandments. Again, that is why we in this cesspool. You understand? This sewer.
Nor kept them, neither has done as thou hast commanded us, that it might go well with us.
And the Lord and Moses told us, he said, if you don't keep it, it will not go well with you all. Well,
he said, wherefore all that thou hast brought upon us, and everything that thou hast done to us, thou hast done in true judgment.
Yeah, he said truth and judgment. He said truth and judgment, and truth and right and judgment is the Lord. So he said, well, what the Lord brought upon us, it was a good thing for our learning. I said, Kal halayam la alahayana wa yabashimi wa shaibet.
Even the old man in Second Maccabees talk about that. The old man in Second Maccabees talk about that.
Right?
And thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies.
In the hands of what?
Lawless enemies.
Lawless enemies.
Yeah, because there are no laws, statutes, and commandments about them.
But the scripture said they will regard the person of the old law show favor to the young. Well,
most hateful, forsakers of power.
He said most hateful and forsakers of power. We felt it, huh? We felt it.
Hey, because you know why? Really actually, I just always say this as Ella, High Priest Yaquab just used to say, right? He sees High Priest Yaquab, the Most High brought us to the West, right? To learn what is wickedness, to appreciate righteousness, because the scripture said lawless. What Israel was going off doing, right? They was going off doing their own thing. There was underneath that Alistair Cowley spread, right? So there was underneath that they was being lawless. So alright, all you want to be lawless, all you don't want no truth, no righteousness with all you just put. I go and put all in the hands of our lawless people. So when all you realize, them people is worse than beasts. You understand? Because guess what? The laws of the Most High righteous. The laws of the Most High true and it's good. Scripture said that in Psalms 19.
And so like the scriptures, when you really understand the scriptures, in order for we to run that righteous kingdom, we needed to know evil. Because everything, he said, everything had was to be fulfilled in the scriptures. Everything. So we needed to know that process of evil in order to run that righteous kingdom.
Or you could say you could understand somebody have a toothache and you never had a toothache.
I can't.
Guess what? You had to go through Because guess what? We used to do abominable things in our past reincarnation.
Wicked things, huh?
You understand? So you can't say, boy, hey, the boy can boy, you know, my girl hold me. You understand, boy, I know how you feel. Like, you don't know how the man can feel. Stop lying. When you get what you got, understand how the man feel. So guess what? We have to learn what is wickedness in order to appreciate righteousness.
Can.
Alright? This is book of Amos chapter 2, and I'll start at verse 3. It says, and I will cut off the judge from the midst thereof, and will slay all the princes thereof with him, said Yahweh Shem El Shai. Thus said Yahweh Shem El Shai, for 3 transgressions of Judah, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they have despised the law of Yahweh Shem El Shai, and have not kept his commandments, and their lies caused them to err, after which their fathers have walked. But I will send a fire upon Judah, and it shall devour the palaces of Jerusalem. Thus said Yahweh Shem El Shai, for 3 transgressions of Israel, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they sold the righteous for silver, and the poor for a pair of shoes, that pant after the dust of the earth on the head of the poor, and turn aside the way of the meek. And a man and his father will go in unto the same maid to profane my holy name. Alright, so the Most High had to chastise us, right, in order for us to know what is wickedness. Alright? Hey, we had to come underneath the hands of the most vile and a base person, Esau, Edom. And hey, if we don't know what's evil, as the brother said, we had to learn what's evil. When the kingdom, if Adam was to be established forever as a judge over the earth, alright, he wouldn't judge righteous judgment, because he don't know the 2 sides of the scale. He don't know the good and evil. And the scripture in Proverbs 11 verse 1 says that unjust balance is abomination to the Most High. Because guess what? Somebody from the other nation, because it had other nations out there, would have come with a problem to Adam, you know. And Adam might have just, hey, he might have only know good. He would not know, hey, the Most High said in Baruch 6, when he was talking about the false god, he said, hey, they don't even know how to bring evil or put to death one that are mocking or profane him. You understand? So guess what? Adam might have only know, he might not know how to punish somebody who do evil.
There's something back up there. There is a 2 Maccabees chapter 6 verse 12. Now I beseech those that read this book, that they be not discouraged for these calamities.
So you see, you have to read, right? Read over that part again.
Yeah. 2 Maccabees chapter 6 verse 12. Now I beseech those that read this book, that they be not discouraged for these calamities, but that they judge those punishments not to be for destruction, but for a chastening of our nation.
Baruch 4, somebody get up for me in Baruch 4.
Shalom, yeah, about Shemi Shai,
Hey, because why? When they're reading the scriptures, you're supposed to understand this. Micah 7 verse 8 and 9. He says, rejoice not over me, my enemies. Alright? Because what? The reason why we go through this. Let me bring it. This is Micah chapter 7. Yeah, can't just know. This is Micah chapter 7 and verse 8. Rejoice not against me, O mine enemy. When I fall, I shall arise. When I sit in darkness, Yahweh Shem El Shai shall be a light unto me. I will bear the indignation of Yahweh Shem El Shai, because I have sinned against him. Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light. And that light is Yahweh Shai. You understand? And I shall behold his righteousness. Alright? So when you read and you understand, when you see the calamity, when you see Jacob's trouble, the brother brought out earlier, we will say through what? Wisdom. Wisdom is the fear of the Most High. So when we end up in the predicament and we see bodies start to jump, as in Jeremiah 16 verse 1, as down on the flicking sheet, hey, we're supposed to have comfort.
And rejoice.
Maccabees 9 and 12 says, for we need none of these things, for we have the book of the Holy Scriptures to comfort us, which is the Holy Spirit. Alright?
Continuing. Verse 13. For it is a token of his great goodness.
A token of his great goodness,
when wicked doers are not suffered any long time, but forthwith punish.
Can, because what? The triumphant of the wicked is just for a short moment.
Can.
Alright, and over the let me say 1,000 some years Esau ruling. Alright, it's going to be that small compared to eternity. The scripture said that in Ecclesiasticus. I don't know if somebody know what that is, but 1,000 years is like a small dust in the eyesight of the Most High. You are and bring a piece of
Right? I'm going to continue.
Alright, let me continue.
Right? For not as with other nations, whom the Lord patiently forbeareth to punish, till they be come to the fullness of their sins, so dealeth he with us. Lest that being come to the height of sin afterwards, he should take vengeance on us. And therefore, he never withdraweth his mercy from us, and though he punish with adversity, yet doth he never forsake his people.
Hey, Romans 11 verse 1, and the Most High forsake his people who he have foreknew. God forbid.
That's right!
Psalm 73 verse 1 said the Most High is good to Israel. The Most High have confirmed forever Israel shall be his people. So who John 3:16 talking about? For God so loved the world. When Israel was a child, I brought him from Egypt. The Most High said, I love my son. Alright? Israel is my son, even my firstborn. He said, oh, these other nations, you don't know them by.
Isaiah 41, he shall
They're
Lucy
like
and
shit.
Jacob.
A matter of fact, they ain't even shit because he said they're less than nothing. So why is to be less than nothing? Because at least shit is still something, you can still see shit.
I have two scriptures here. I'll bring this one first, right? Both of them. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 2, verse 7. He said, Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon. For thus said Yahweh of hosts, he said, After the glory had he sent me unto the nations, which spoiled you. For he had touched you, he that toucheth you, toucheth the apple of his eyes. Right? Hey, I'm gonna back that Jeremiah 2 and 3. Alright? Go back that Jeremiah 2 and 3, because guess what? All nations are actually touched. Wait, let me just bring this precept that I had earlier, right? Ecclesiasticus 18 and verse 9, it says, the number of a man's days at the most are 100 years, as a drop of water unto the sea, and a gravel stone in comparison of the sun. So 1,000 years to the days of eternity. Right? So Israel going to be ruling that kingdom forever. But that short period that Esau ruling for is a speck of dust. Revelation 20. Knowing that the devil, when he will be cast out of that prison, he will rule but for a short time. Right? This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 1, as I'll start from 3. Right? This is going back earlier on to what we are saying. He said, Therefore, say thou unto them, Thus said Yahweh of hosts, Turn you unto me, said Yahweh of hosts, and I will turn unto you, said Yahweh of hosts. He said, Be ye not as your fathers, unto whom the former prophets have cried, saying, Thus said Yahweh of hosts, Turn ye now from your evil ways and from your evil doings. But they did not hear nor hearken unto me, said Yahweh. He said, Your fathers, where are they? And the prophets, do they live forever? Verse 6, he said, But my words and my statutes, which I command my servants, the prophets, did they not take hold of your fathers? He said, and they returned and said, like as Yahweh of hosts, though, he said, though to do unto us according to our ways and according to our doings, so had he dealt with us. So it's because of our ways and our iniquity we going through this whole situation. That's the whole reason why. Because we just keep. Now, I just always say, if I wrong, Salakia, I just always say, Israel was really created to be a rebellious people. But we were supposed to be rebellious to the other nations. But instead of we being rebellious to the other nations, we rebellious to our own power. We turn against our own power, so it come like a whole swing over. Instead of we be rebellious to the other nations or separate, we rather to be rebellious to our own power. And all we have to do is just follow laws, statutes, and commandments. How hard it is. Look, we living in a land now that we have to follow a man laws, statutes, and commandments. And at the Exactly, and at the end of the day, he not following his own law, statutes, and commandments.
Sister Lakia, that we now say it, right? That come like sister that song back in the day. Oh children, Babylon build them cities and break the own laws.
Can.
You understand? Oh, go ahead and knock
Like just like if girl went and this man wouldn't pity the old or the young.
Yeah.
He shows no pity on them.
Yeah, because like the scripture was now going through. Yeah.
And the hardest thing, Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, he made an oath with us from our forefather Abraham straight to Isaac, straight to Jacob, which became the 12 tribes. He made an oath. Yeah, he made an oath with us. That is how nice things was for us. He actually made an oath with the nation of Israel and say, if all it happened to me, this is what will happen. But if all it don't happen to me, every single curse from Deuteronomy 58 straight to 68, that is what's going on now. From 15 to 68, Selaki. You understand? So we break that oath. An oath is something, when you make an oath, that oath must stay like that. It's not supposed to be broken. But we broke the covenant. And look up to this day, we don't want to turn back to our heritage.
The scripture says the Most High require a vow.
Can.
Have a quick precept. This is Baruch 4 and 10. He said, for I saw the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting brought upon them.
Can.
Verse 11. He said,
Salakia, what you say? Which the everlasting brought upon them. Who is the everlasting? Yahweh Bashem Yahshai.
and he brought it upon them.
Exactly. Yeah.
Verse 11.
Yeah.
With joy did I nourish them.
Yeah.
The Lord said, but with joy I nourish them.
Yeah, can.
He said, verse 11, but send them away with weeping and moaning.
Exactly, because why? We broke the covenant. We broke the covenant, so that is why we end up going through that. Go ahead, Ak.
Verse 12.
Yeah.
Let no man rejoice over me,
Yeah.
a widow
Yeah.
and forsaken
Yeah.
of many.
Yeah.
For of many, it's like whom for the sins of my children,
Yeah.
I am left desolate.
Exactly, he's left desolate because why? We turn away from him. We turn away from the Lord, and the Lord didn't turn away from us. We turn away from him. Go ahead, Ak.
Because they depart from the law of Yahweh.
You see, we turn away from him. The law was his the law. We were supposed to follow the law. When Moses came down from Mount Sinai, we tell Moses that we will follow the laws. We will follow the laws, Moses. But what happened? We break the laws.
And we say, when you say we go follow, you see from bring what
Heaven and, between heaven and earth, this just paraphrasing now, yeah.
As witness.
Yeah, as
right?
a witness.
Even Joshua.
Can.
Even Joshua and all said it. You understand?
Joshua prophesied, he said, hey, you will not. You will not obey the voice of the Most High.
Because they're friggin' wicked.
No, not because they're wicked. Not because they're wicked.
Eh?
Because they're wicked. Ultimately, yes, because they're wicked, but because Most High programmed it so.
Can.
Because
It was predestinated to be like that.
Because when we get the immortal bodies, the elect being taken up, and we are reprogrammed, we're going to have the remembrance of the past. And that's going to equate to the wisdom to be the judges, the righteous judges in the kingdom to come. So all that we've been through, all that we're going through in this present time is going to equate to our wisdom to rule over these heathen.
So like, and the elders always say this would be like a bad dream to me in that time. Yeah.
Verse 13.
Yeah.
They knew not his statutes nor walk in his ways, nor walk in the ways of his commandments,
Yeah.
nor trod in the path of discipline.
Of discipline. What is the discipline? The same laws, statutes, and commandments. When you go back to Deuteronomy 4 and 6, what he say? He said that when the other nations see this nation, they must say, what great nation is this that is so close to their God, that has such laws, statutes, and commandments?
Deuteronomy 4 and 6.
Yeah, Deuteronomy 4 and 6. I said that.
And then discipline goes back to following orders.
Exactly.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because when you follow order, without
Yeah. Yeah.
discipline, following order brings out discipline. And discipline is a very good thing that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh is actually teaching Israel.
Exactly.
Because when we left him, we left like we was like vagabonds then. You're not children, lawless children.
Yeah.
So now as we bringing us back here, we must, in this truth, you must learn discipline.
Our precept, Bible shall come on board. 2nd Ezra 7:21. For the Most High had given straight commandments to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment.
Hey, what did the Most High tell Cain? He said, if thou doest well, shall that thou be accepted. But if thou doest wrong, basically like evil shall pursue you and sin light at the door. Right? For real?
Yeah, it's just basic instructions. Verse 14. Let them that dwell in Zion come and remember ye.
You see, you hear what he say now? He say, let them in Zion.
Let them that dwell about Zion. So
which is
come
the tribes.
and remember ye,
right?
the captive of my sons and daughters.
Exactly.
Which the everlasting had brought upon them.
Exactly. So it's how Hashem Yahushai brought us into that. Yeah.
Of the coming board, Jeremiah 3:1. They say if a man put away his wife and she go from him, which is Israel going away from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers. Yet return again to me, said the Lord.
Hey, the Most High caused Israel to go off, basically to show how merciful he is. You understand? Because guess what? We had to go off to show how merciful the Most High is towards Israel. Right? The scripture said that the Most High loved everything that he did.
And just as the scripture said just now, where Brother Bora read here, he said that when a man, wife goes from him, if he should take back, he's not supposed to take back that wife. But for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai love Israel so much, he's still accepting us back. But this time he's not accepting the whole house. It's just that he looking for. Exactly. That's why he say in the scripture, he said the first, which was the 144,000 with Yahushai, shall be last, which is the last in this kingdom, which is the same elect, shall be first in the kingdom to come as well.
Yeah, would I elect going toward elite?
Can.
We hopefully will be the elites, right? We will be the new elites. We will be the new celebrities.
True Illuminati.
Yeah, the true Illuminati. We will be that true Illuminati.
Scripture say, they that converted many shall shine like the stars of heaven.
Can.
Or something.
The 2nd Ezra 9, start at verse 10. He said, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me.
Such in their life as what?
Received benefits and have not known me.
These pastors, right? And not only pastors, but two-thirds Israelites on the whole. They already received the benefits in this life here, right? They already had the nice house, the big car. You understand?
The jet.
Yeah, the jet.
Don't forget that one.
With the swimming pool. Yeah. Like, for instance, my brother here, right? He does be talking now. Listen this. He's showing me a manager in his the establishment where he is employed. The manager have a swimming pool in his mansion, but the president of the establishment, he don't even have a swimming pool. He fighting. And now the manager is a Jacob. You understand what I'm showing you? And he deals with all unscrupulous nonsense. So, I'll read it over again now.
Right? Say for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me.
Yeah, they receive so much benefits. And the thing about it is all that benefits become what? A snare unto them, a trap unto them. Right? Like the woman, like the man from who the two of you was bucking up on from the Universal Church. Yeah. He say, I wanted to get 2 sons in her, but it's what the Lord made me to get a Audi. Right? Now,
I see work at the Lord.
Right? I see work at the Lord. Not knowing that that Audi is a trap onto you. Right? Because in Timothy, in Timothy, in Timothy state, I can't remember the exact chapter, but what they say, they're thinking that great that gain is godliness. You understand? Yeah, right? They're thinking great gain is godliness. So you know, you pumping on the road in your Audi and thinking, well, you know, yeah, boy, God working with me.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 30, verse 8. He said, remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. He said, feed me with food convenient for me.
But where's our food convenient?
This.
Knowledge is wisdom, the understanding of the scriptures. Coming back to the law, statutes, commandments. Right? Because when you follow the law, statutes, and commandments, you get a sense of what proper discernment. They get a sense of proper discernment. So continue on.
Verse 9.
And
He said,
it's a form of stability.
Good.
she said,
Now say something. Say something. Good. Yeah, you go down.
As you're saying about the prosperity and riches of the rich man, and you're looking at that as a blessing from God. But the Bible says, godliness with contentment is great gain. Never about rich.
Yeah, for real. The Allah couldn't say it better. Right? The hoary head man couldn't say it. The hoary head man couldn't say it better. You understand? So continue on.
verse 9. He said, yes, lest Salakia, I be filled and deny thee and say,
Let's be filled with what? Let's be filled with the rudiments of the world. The riches of the world. Where up?
he said, and say, who is Yahweh?
Who is what?
Who is Yahweh?
Yeah, because it starts to get proud now because in Psalms 14, what the foolish say what? That's a roughly paraphrase, and there is no God. You understand?
Fool saying his heart.
Yeah, the fool saying his heart that there is no God. Right? Because why? You fall in that trap. You fall in that trap of riches.
He said, unless I be poor and steal and take the name of my power in vain.
Yeah. You understand? So we have to stay diligent in this word here. We have to. We are not. We have a choice, you know. But here always be choice. The choice is that we have no choice. Why the choice? We have no choice because why? We married on him. We married on him. You understand? Because just as we was the little video we was doing in the party. It has some brothers, right? They come into the truth, hot and sweaty, and then just so they just fall off on the map and go back into the world. So why? They let the rudiments of this world be a trap onto them. Sometimes the woman and all might pull them away from the truth.
All that is a trap on us.
Yeah, your woman
all that is a trap.
Yeah,
all that is a trap.
Yeah, it's the biggest trap.
Because I think in Ecclesiastes, he said, and the woman, he said, but a man who is righteous will get away from her. But a man who is not righteous shall stay strapped by that woman.
Yeah.
I find more bitter than death.
Yeah, exactly. A woman. Oh Lord, Father.
Yeah.
It's Ecclesiastes 5 verse 13 and jumping over to book of Luke, right?
Yeah.
It says there is a so evil
what?
There is a so evil which I have seen under the sun, namely riches kept for the owners thereof to their hurt.
To their hurt, right? That one is first and foremost, it starts with the Esau, the so-called white man, but then it coming down to you two-third niggers. I'm letting you two-third niggers who as the scripture say, you already have the benefits over here. You understand? So it become a trap onto you because you will never turn back and come to your God. What?
Luke 6 verse 20 and jump into verse 26. It says, and he lifted up his eyes on his disciples and said, blessed ye be poor.
Blessed ye be who?
Blessed be ye poor.
Blessed be ye poor.
For yours is the kingdom of the Most High.
Yeah, because why? The kingdom of the Most High, we will have riches. The riches that the Rothschild and them have. The riches that we is going to get. The Rothschild and them will be a welfare case. You understand? There will be a welfare case. Because why? Because why? Just so I can hold it on there. Because why? Their road. Esau road. What Esau road? Pitch. But how we road gonna be in the kingdom? Goal.
That says yeah, what about
goal. Dressing in fine linen. That is what we're going to be doing.
That is what we want.
You understand?
I can just bring this back here, please. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 9. Here he say, I know thy works.
I know thy what?
Thy works. And tribulation.
Yeah, because we're going to face real tribulation for this truth by the elites.
And poverty.
And what?
And poverty.
But them stinking Jews over there in land living in poverty.
Exactly. The Rothschilds, as they're now talking about.
Right. Because them is so-called Jews.
God.
Right?
Amalek.
Yeah.
Right? Them is Amalek. And them run everything. They run the music industry. They run the movie industry.
The media. Everything.
They run down to the pornographic industry.
The
all these things. You understand?
Yeah.
They run the sporting organizations. Who you feel control FIFA? Who you feel control the Olympics and all these things? It's the elites.
Continue?
Yeah.
He said, but thou art rich.
But we rich. How we rich? Through this word.
And that the kingdom of heaven
It's ours. Right? He said, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are the Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
Blasphemy of them who say they're Jews, but they call themselves what? Jewish. Jewish. When they go into that ish, suffix ish, it's to be something, it's pertaining to, pertaining like. You understand? Like you go see a taxi boy walking across the road there. You go say, how the hell going on, boy? How you can kill it so? How you moving like a girl so? You understand? That is what, hey, you Rothschild and you Bilderbergers, and you DuPonts, and you Rockefellers, and you JP Morgan, all of them have some coming to all of them. They have a shy and some coming for all of them. All of them. Aboud, Sabda, Emily Elias, all of them. All.
And you tutor Jakes who like them too, he have something for you all too.
Yeah. All of them.
Dan.
This is Luke 6:24.
Yeah, but
woe unto you that are rich.
Woe unto you that are what?
Are rich.
So what will happen to them tutored niggas like Jack? Well, like that one like how the Jack wanted to hang now. You understand? That one like how they to hang now.
You see, because no Jake is going to stay rich in this
kingdom
for long. They're going to strip it off.
But they strip down as Elder Apostle talk. There's always been the example. Red Fox, Sanford and Son. Yeah.
Bill Cosby.
Yeah, Bill Cosby.
R. Kelly.
R. Kelly. Right? And look, that last night I watching on Facebook, Allen Iverson. Right? Within a couple of years, Allen Iverson blow away 200 million. Right? And what? The nigga broke now. And paying up a face, you know? I'm not broke. I don't have to beg nobody for that. Nigga, you're broke. You're broke. And even though you sell, you might get a little money from that Reebok endorsement deal, you're still broke. You're still a welfare friggin' case.
It says, but woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger.
For you that you receive your what?
Consolation.
That way, so you see how it linking with that same second as just 9. We already received the benefits. So continue now, continue.
Right? It says, woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger.
Yeah, woe unto you that are full. Because that day, when all these niggas, these two-third niggas who say that happened, when the system crashed, and it had no money, you understand? You're going to say we're going to pull out a piece of money. It had no money. Where's the next move? Where's the next step? You gotta take that friggin' thing on the. You gotta take that thing there, which is what? The RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast.
But Axelaki, I'm telling you, I'm not saying that I would, but if I manage to win a lotto, I'm blowing out that money in one day. I don't want that money
I
now.
wouldn't blow it out in one day.
I blowing it.
Nah, what
I
would
want
do,
to remain poor.
what I would do,
Yeah, it's a blessing to remain poor.
Yeah,
blessing.
I want to
Send
remain
some
poor.
to the elders.
That
Yeah,
one
get
gonna
the
say,
elders.
split up
Well,
with
you know
the
what I
rest.
mean?
Yeah.
Split it up and blow that because then one day that can happen. You send money so and I coming back on the streets tomorrow.
That money
to
coming
Walaya.
with some demons on
If
it.
it
Of
come
course.
every month, that same money will be a snare,
Yeah.
a trap onto you.
For real, but other man now who win that. He want to do so, he want to invest business. He want to put that in the bank. But then you do so, and before the year done, you will line, you know, you have to take a microchip to get the rest now.
You understand?
That's when they come into
That's
town.
like the foolish man who build the house upon the sand.
Can.
Babylon is sinking sand.
Can.
The house is the rock. They build a house upon the rock. You understand? And you know that when the hard times come, you have the rock to stand upon.
Stand firm.
But this kingdom is going down. We've been prophesying this over, and we prophesying this thing over and over and over. Our people just won't wake up.
Hey, as I'm a la person to say we be like a broken record. You understand? If you people ain't gay, then you go dumb, dotation, well, fully done.
Yeah, you're fully done. and
I
stupid.
good, fully done.
This is the book I'm going into Matthew 24. Right? This is the book of Matthew chapter 24, verse 38. For as in the days, verse 37, sir, okay, Matthew 24, 37.
Right.
But as the days of Noah, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating.
What?
They were eating,
Yeah, these niggas begin to eat, drink, well.
drinking, marrying, and giving into marriage
So the same thing was happening back then, the same thing happening there. Nothing new under the sun, what?
until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and they knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
So it's going to be in this time again. We're going to be here to prophesy for that there's a period of time, you know. And soon this whole thing will be cut off.
Yeah, because famine and the word, all them things are to come true, but well,
Cancel a care because guess what? Most I say he shall liken the judgment on Tari. Warring does over and over. And guess what? Time from when you stop see these men on the streets, tell yourself, hey, the gates closed. What happened when Noah went into the ark?
come banging on that.
And they see him again. What went on? What happened when Elijah and all the rest of the prophets went out to Israel? You understand? Shalmaneser the fifth came and took the whole of Israel and carried them into Nineveh. What happened when Jeremiah was the last man on the scene? Right? But Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon come and took us away. So anytime, hey, somebody gets 2 Chronicles 36 verse 15, you could start at verse 14 first and read. Hey, look what else happened. Most I just take away the prophets, which is the
36
famine
and
and what the
59.
brother was talking about. You understand?
36 and 50 now.
Just take away that food.
Just start from 14.
Start from 14, 36, 14.
This is the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 36, verse 14. He said, moreover, all the chief of the priests and the people transgressed very much.
Right, so those are the people up there, like the pastors, people who dealing with this and saying,
that, yeah.
they you know, them is godly men, and they always have the thing and the Bible on the pulpit and the Lord say, you understand? But
Right? He said, transgressed very much after all the abominations of the heathens and polluted the house of Yahweh, which he had.
going on now in these churches, they're trying to bring all churches together, that one religion, what you call it.
Yeah.
So guess what? These people, they into that idol worship. Worshiping Jesus
Tower Babel
alone.
again. Tower Babel all over again.
Jesus is idol. Right? Go ahead.
Right? He said, which he had hallowed in Jerusalem, verse 15. And Yahweh power of their fathers sent to them by his messengers,
Go ahead.
rising up betimes.
Right, rising up big time before the destruction came. Since in 1970, the truth came out.
Who represented this one?
Exactly, God. There shall no sign be shown, but the sign of Jonah.
Of the prophet Jonah.
They're looking for a sign. You know what I mean? They're looking for a sign. They're looking for so-called proof.
A miracle.
Yeah, a miracle.
And
You understand?
that video, girl, so like, yeah, where the prophet,
One hand get longer.
Yeah, if it's simple and stupid, the scripture say what is simple, believe in everything. Right? Look, they have an next one where the pastor pulling out a frog from a woman vagina. Right? Where's our next one? A woman going to the pastor and said a demon was having sex with she, and he put his penis in she mouth, and the pastor
Oral sex
yeah, you oral sex demon. You
Drink that break now.
And she's spitting now. I hear now. Look, the semen is coming out. The semen is coming out. That's how
The holy semen.
Yeah.
Put it in you.
What the pastor had them all, everybody, man and woman, take off their underwear.
Yeah.
And he blessing their underwear.
Yeah.
See that one?
When the pastor, well, I didn't like that one. The pastor tell them, the demon out there in region. Boy, if you see legs, a man head. Them do that for spite. Like that man come say, here is the sin. I won't beat this man, I'm paying you to give an order like that in the church. What I see, I connect some legs, eh? You don't like that man.
The pastor take a man and hit him a suplex him on the shoulder and trim over on the chair.
What was the one who made the people eat the sort of grass and all that?
Yeah. What about the one who had all the women lying up on the beach?
Yeah.
Bend over and he eating all their ass.
What about the one who impregnate 20 young girls?
What about the one who say he raised the dead in Africa, in South Africa?
What about the one who get vexed that he come with that miracle raising the dead? You understand? He get vexed and he went to the court to write here for that he falls.
What about
The
the
real
one?
vexed there, they're different in Africa. Them guys
What
different.
about Pastor Tarzan? Who was
Cable tie,
yeah.
cable, zip line
I
and
just
thing.
call him Tarzan. You understand? Singing on a Filipino over here. Oh, Tarzan is just thing when I find. You understand? And you come say you swinging, say you flying now, boy.
What about the one who kill a set because he do had them drinking some household cleaner?
Hey, what about the one who went to the lion? You understand? And said the Lord with him and the lion look out here.
Lion, fuck him up.
I think Daddy was getting Daddy was getting a drop with one. He said he had the Holy Spirit. He had the Holy Spirit on him and whatnot so forth. And when you hot water, bring it out.
You can tell me where I said no.
And imagine we going so far. We had to reach right here. What about the Universal Church?
Yeah.
We bring in the oil from all here.
From Israel.
Yeah, the water from Jordan.
Yeah.
Come and put your hand on the TV.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
That is what. I saw that he signed the people that
Looking for.
Jim Guyana. Yeah, but that one where he was telling me now, boy. We say some had the Holy Spirit upon him, and you could throw hot water. You understand? And they throw the hot water.
But I still show how stupid they are. If you ask them, what is the Holy Spirit, and prove it to me through the scripture, he can't do that.
Because let's snakes are big.
Yeah.
What happened? One scripture, I don't tell you, it's very much. One scripture, Mark 6, chapter of Mark. Right? And 60 words. And you take up soap and you leave it, right?
Yeah.
So take up soap and drink of anything. It will not hurt you, it will not harm you. You can lay a hand upon it, you can cover. That is the Bible. You understand? But what happened is, it was like that. Yes, sir. 10 past that stick. What do you know what is that? Color just one check and when you
Cut both snake and then what is
they don't take that.
Rattle
When you are going to
rattlesnake.
and there is a spirit, so that is what cocktail. All this, everybody snake in the hand. And when after this, that is that is like something. So go there. And as it
Something that you have a sugar shy.
yeah, but
Ship set him. The ship is set him.
yeah, and just as this,
Have a precept for that.
no one is marker.
Have a precept for that. This is Proverbs 1 and 22. He say, how long is simple ones? Will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning,
Yes, how long you stupid
and
ones?
fools hate knowledge.
Yeah, how long you stupid ones would love simplicity?
Stupidity.
Yeah, would love stupidity, can. Right?
But yeah, what I say, what about the pastor who walk on water and the crocodile eat it?
Now good one, man. Now good one.
No, they see a singer.
Yeah.
Yeah, see a singer. Not joking. See a singer.
Say walking on
See
water
a
and a
crocodile eat him. And he was an all white, it was a Hamite.
Yeah.
He was an all white, he walk out.
They say to stand up and watch him get eat.
and you want to be stupid?
Yeah.
I standing up there to
Sink. When he try to walk, he sink.
He sink, yeah, he sink.
So that's
All
just
praises to the Most High God.
What about the pastor who fast? Who trying to beat your house, shy 40 days?
Yeah.
Trying to fast more than 40 days.
our precept here. This is Acts chapter 8 and
That's how we
verse
know
9.
Kubla, the singer's line. Yeah, the singer's 10 doubles in the night.
Yeah. Level double eating.
It says, Acts 8 and verse 9. But there was a certain man called Simon, which before time in the same city used sorcery and bewitched the people of Samaria, giving out that himself was some great one, to whom they all gave heed, from the least to the greatest, saying, this man is the great power of the Most High. And to him they had great regard, because that of long time he had bewitched them with sorceries. But when they...
So like, yeah, and people rather believe a lie than believe the truth, you know.
The scripture
Just
says
simple
that.
that, you know.
There's a verse, there's a scripture. I can't remember that scripture. About that's how one of these days I'll get back. Now when I went into the word, I went into gimmick.
Yeah,
They believe in gimmicks.
Gimmicks, yeah,
They
they
believe
love
in
that.
gimmicks.
They love that. I love that.
Fantasization business.
See, like, you see, like that fool across there, they
They loving that. Watch out the promenade. Watch out people in the promenade now. Turn your camera to the promenade. Let us see how the promenade looking.
Can I
They're
get
calling
off
on Jesus, yeah.
I can't get
They're
off
calling on Jesus over there.
Tell us not right things, speak unto us true words.
Yeah.
Understand?
What's your news giving? All of these pastors, same style and everyone.
Watch them, watch them. They're having a good time on the promenade. Right now, Jesus on the promenade.
You have to find that bitch.
Yeah, that white meat.
You have to find that bitch called Jesus. Right? He like to take film and crucify him. So we're going to get the reincarnation of Sergio Borges. We're going to crucify him.
He here, you know, he here.
Yeah.
He here, he here.
Most likely, I think it says it would be David Rothschild.
David Rothschild.
Yeah, most likely it will be David Rothschild. The reincarnation of Sergio Borges.
Right.
Now you see the big crowd there? Let's
2 7
This is Matthew the 7th chapter and the 13th verse. They enter in at the straight gate. Broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. There, Broadway. Alright, lead to destruction. And many there be which go in, right?
So you hear what he say? Many there be will go in that gate, that broad gate. Now watch how much people stand up here. And watch how much people stand up on the promenade now. You see the big difference. So you know where is the straight gate and where is the wide gate now, right? Right.
Because straight is the gate and narrow is the way.
Straight is the gate and narrow is the way
Which leadeth on the light.
that leadeth unto life. But here the trick in it now. Go ahead.
And few there.
And what?
Few there.
And few there
that find it.
that will find that gate.
Right? So just to show you, when you see the big crowd, that don't mean shit. That don't mean no blessing there. You understand?
Demons are
Bible
around
said,
here.
where the,
Demons.
you know what the scripture says? The scripture says, where the tools and the trees are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them. God don't go with big numbers, with big crowds. Now I deal with a simple setup.
I have precept to back you up. I have scripture to back you up. The second Ezra chapter 7 verse 4. But put the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he were not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad? There is also another thing. A city is built and set upon a broad field and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow.
It's narrow. That city is the kingdom. Can? And that gate is what? Yahweh Shai is that gate. That narrow gate. Yeah.
And it's set in a dangerous place to fall.
Exactly, because that road is plenty tribulation and troubles you have to go through in that road.
And that is the life of the elect.
Exactly.
Right? Because the broad is the world. Broad is Christianity. Christianity is come as you are. So everybody can come in. Choose Jesus. Choose the Lord. But the scripture, accept Jesus. Yeah, but the scripture says in John 16 and 15, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. And this scripture actually breaking down that the Lord is taking each and every one of the elect one by one and refining them. One by one. The entrance is narrow. Because if you have a wealthy city, when you go into the ancient times, you have a big wealthy city. What is that? There's sometimes in the cities they have a moat, which is like a lake all around it. They will have a narrow pathway and they will have a bridge to open up. Right? Because that city wealthy and it have the treasures on the inside. Right? So in order to protect itself, it had the moat with the alligators or the crocodiles, have the narrow pathway, they would have a watchtower where they can shoot down on any oncoming enemy. Right? So that's what the scripture is describing here. It says, verse 7, the entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall. Like as if there were a fire on the right hand. Somebody can remember Jeremiah 23 and 29. And on the left hand, deep water. Right? And somebody can remember Revelation 21 and 1. It's 21, 22 and 1. 21 and 1. They say what? Or proceeded out of the throne. The fountains, the water. 21. 23 and 29. Right? So it says, I read over again. It says, the entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall. Like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left hand deep water. Go ahead, Jeremiah.
Jeremiah 23 and 29, right?
It's not my word.
He said, it's not my word like a fire.
Right, so there's the fire speaking about here. Go ahead.
Said Yahweh, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces.
The rock is what? We have stumbling blocks, which is Yahweh Shai. Right? But the word, precept upon precept, line upon line, breaks down the understanding of the scriptures.
That's right.
We have the law, statutes, and commandments. But guess what? We're not saved by them law, statutes, and commandments. There was a schoolmaster. We're saved by faith in Yahweh Shai. Now Yahweh Shai did things that seem to be contrary to the law, statutes, and commandments. For example, he plucked the ears of corn on the Sabbath. But he also brought it to the understanding that the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. Right? So you don't make the Sabbath a burden, but the Sabbath was for your rest. You understand? He brought down that basically there is no divorce. Right? He said in the beginning it was not so. Whosoever the Most High put together, no man tear asunder. You understand? Because there's a spiritual bond. That's why the woman is bound to her husband as long as he lives. Right? Christianity doesn't teach that. Christianity will teach you right the bill of divorce. Because they don't understand that Yahweh Shai came and he broke it down. He said what? Moses, because of the stubbornness of your heart, Yahweh Shai, the way he walked, he took the words and he made it a reality. Right? He was the example, and the faith in him is what's going to save us. That he is going to deliver. That his way is the right way.
Because the scripture says he renew your strength and what? And lighten your burden.
And it also say he didn't come to change none, but he came to
fulfill. Yeah. He didn't come to disannul the law, but to what? Fulfill what? Prophecy.
God said in verse that you only say save for fornication.
Save, yeah.
Now, when the church they were married, you get a virgin,
Right.
And every man going on to and find another virgin.
Right.
When it gets off. And as a cost, it have some price to pay back with that too.
Yeah, the woman can be put to that.
Because it's shame to her.
That why being a Hebrew Israelite,
That's the only way that it was. It's all right.
that why knowing that you're a Hebrew Israelite is more than just knowing that you're a Hebrew Israelite. Because we had manners and we had customs.
Life,
Yeah,
heritage.
It's a heritage. We had customs. So he can reckon that. Because what? You're paying the father 50 shekels of silver for a virgin is merchandise. Good goods. Good goods.
Fresh thing.
Right, fresh thing. But if she's spoiled, right, that's why they had a law now concerning a wicked man that would come. If he's not pleased with her, if he finds some uncleanness in her, he would say that, hey, was you see, you didn't give me a virgin. That's why the law say what? Had the sheet. Right? The white sheet that with the blood. So that they come and they this is testimony. Right? This is token of the marriage token of our virginity. You understand? Let me just finish off this second Ezra. It says verse 8. And the one part between them both between fire and water. So you read that. Somebody give me the Revelation 21. Revelation 21, because we've been purified. Yeah, we've been purified by the word. Revelation 21 and 1. Yeah, man, I got it.
One died in the ark, and I saw a new heavens and a new earth.
22 and 1, so
22 and 1, so that.
Right.
He said, and this is the book of Revelation, chapter 22, verse 1.
Go ahead.
And he showed me a pure river of water of life.
A pure river of water of life is what is John 6 John 3 and 33. He that believeth on me, out of his belly shall, as the scripture said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. Go ahead.
Right?
But that living water comes from what? The understanding that proceeded from Yahweh. Right?
That can also go back to the river being planted, the tree being planted by the rivers of many waters.
Of many waters, right? In the garden. Yeah. Right? So we eating out of the tree of life that furnished with the water of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that come from Yahweh. Because when Yahweh Shai prayed for us in John, I think it's 17, he said, all the things that he had shown me, I have shown them. Now glorify me as I was in of old.
That proves what? That you could have all truth. Because when somebody when these other camps let to the street, or you wouldn't know everything, you wouldn't have all the truth, but not so forth. But that's
I'm 100% true.
It's all you will because any father gave Salakia, any father gave Yahweh Shai everything, all truth, all.
And he said he gave us. So John 14, 26, John 15, 26, and John 16 said that he would send the Comforter, and the Comforter would teach us all truths.
And TMS is the one that have all truth, 100% truth.
And having all truth is you being made perfect. That is what it
Right. Perfection. When you look at the word perfection, it means to be complete. Right? Go ahead, bring a precept.
2 Ezra 14, verse 39. He said, then opened I my mouth, and behold, he reached me a full cup, which was full, as it were, with water.
As it was with what?
With water.
But guess what?
But the color of it was like fire.
The color of it was like fire. Right? Purification. Right? This is the truth, the understanding of the truth. Go ahead.
And I took it and I drank. And when I had drunk of it, my heart uttered understanding.
My heart uttered what?
Understanding.
Understanding. So this is what comes from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Understanding. Not jumping up and down and bowling Jesus. Not being baptized in water and thinking that you went in as a wicked sinner, dry, and you come out as a wet sinner. You understand? Because you continue in your wicked ways.
Like saucy power.
Can't. Go ahead.
And wisdom grew in my breast.
And what?
And wisdom grew in my breast.
Now here's what is wisdom. Yeah, you can know these precepts and you can recite it, because when I used to go to school, you know what I used to do? I used to study to pass the test. Right? I had people who used to study to learn. You understand? They have a difference. Wisdom is that when you have the time, when you put in the situation to bring out that understanding, it's when you do it, that is when you're showing wisdom. Right? You have to differentiate. Right? When you tell a child, don't hold the prongs and push it, don't play with the plong. You unplug and push it into the wall. And they do it and they get shocked. And you tell them again and they do it and they get shocked. And you do it a third time and they get shocked, and you do it a fourth time. They said, don't push it. and they don't do it. Like only then they show wisdom. You understand? Go ahead.
And wisdom grew in my breast, for my spirit strengthened my memory.
My spirit strengthened my memory. The flesh profited little, but what? The spirit is what is quickened. Right? So let me go back to this real quick. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 7 verse 11. Because for their sakes I made the world, and when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that none is done. Then were the entrances of this world made narrow, which is the kingdom to come, full of sorrow and travail, full of sorrow and travail, they are but few, and evil, full of perils, and very painful. For the entrances of the elder world, which is this present kingdom, it says, for the entrances of the elder world were wide and sure, and brought immortal fruit. Right? If then they that live labor not to enter into these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them.
This scripture I was holding here is concerning the brother, and what we was talking about concerning divorcement and whatnot, so forth. Right? There's Ecclesiasticus 23, verse 22. Thus shall it go also with the wife that leaveth her husband and bringeth in an heir by another. For first, she hath disobeyed the law of the Most High, and secondly, she hath trespassed against her own husband, and thirdly, she hath played the whore in adultery, and brought children by another man. She shall be brought out into the congregation, and inquisition shall be made of her children. Her children shall not take root, and her branches shall bring forth no fruit. And she shall leave her memory to be cursed, and her reproach shall not be blotted out. And they that remain shall know that there is nothing better than the fear of the Lord, and that there is nothing sweeter than to take heed unto the commandments of the Lord. It is great glory to follow the Lord and to receive of him his long life.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, you know, sir, obeying the commandments is the greatest gift unto us then. You know, that goes love and give unto us. Obey my commandments and live. Disobey it and you'll surely die.
Yeah, because no woman, and only Esau kingdom, you know, the woman had the right to file for divorce. And when she filed for divorce, she gained half of everything, and alimony and all these things. You understand? But the law that the father set up is the man that's supposed to write the bill of divorce. Right? And she's not supposed to go with no man until that man pass on. But what going on Esau society?
Also, if you put her away, she's not supposed to go with
anything. Right? What going on Esau society with the nigger woman? The nigger woman, they always nagging. They're never satisfied. You understand?
And then he set up his kingdom that way to demasculate.
As we say, so like this is a queen now, this is a woman's world.
Right?
Yeah, it's Esau and Eve. Oh, going back to Cain and Eve. Same spirit.
Yeah, same spirit.
So if you want to get justice as a man, you gotta be on the Lord's side.
Scripture say in Revelation, talk about the whole serpent, the dragon. They're going back to Esau. They're going back to Cain. Yeah. Right? The scripture say in 1 Timothy chapter 2, Adam was not deceived, but Eve, but the woman, yeah, she was in transgression.
Yeah, because from the woman bringing forth sin into the world.
Yeah, of the woman we get it sin. Yeah. Of her we all die.
Yeah.
A man that is born of a woman is what? Is a few days.
Guess what? The Most High scriptures continually call the laws of the Most High the laws of life. You understand? And one of the things is with a man when you go to get a bride with 50 shekels of silver, what they call a door, you are myrrh. You understand? So he now owns that woman. She belongs to him. So no woman had the right in ancient times to divorce no man. It's I who spend my money, not you. You understand?
So like but when I say Esau is pitbull.
Dragon.
Pitbull.
Dragon.
When you look at it,
According to the
jargon.
camp, because in slavery, right, the black woman was a real sellout.
Yeah, a sellout.
And narrative where the man was really sellout, you know. You saw it in the movie called Django. You saw it when they portrayed the movie Django. Two brothers coughing it out to death, and the black woman with massa just drinking wine and watching two brothers.
Yeah, even as slave now, I was when I just came into the truth, I was listening to some brothers who was reading a book by a former slave now. He was taken from West Africa and come across as a slave. Now, when he couldn't read and write, not until he reached as a hoary head man, he was able to read and to write. Now, as soon as he got to learn to read and to write properly, he started to write down his experience from being taken from the West Coast, Africa, and come across here. And what he was saying is that on the ships, being taken on the ships, the nigger woman wasn't finding it a problem to sell out and cleave onto massa. You understand? You see a lot of nigger woman was selling out. A lot of them was cleaving onto massa when they reach on that slave ship. And that same spirit, I already started to say there's nothing new under the sun. Right? These same spirit, when the nigger woman go cause trouble again, cause all kind of trouble on you, do all kind of shit, right? And then what she go do? She go run to the system for protection. To put out restraining order on you, to carry to the court for cop tax and all kind of shit.
Because what did he say in Genesis? He said he will put enmity between the man and the woman. That's the score.
Thy seed and her seed.
Thy seed and her seed. So like you understand? So that is just the word of the Lord all around. All around. That is just the word of the Lord.
You nigger woman, you look for us here, nigger woman. Right? Nigger woman, because it will have sincere sisters, yes. But I'm talking about the nigger woman. You all have a great thing coming for all you, right? Because when they're being put in concentration camp, right? Rape and ravish. But not only that, what about when your periods come on you? Right? You're not in a comfort zone where you have access to get a sanitary pad. You understand? And you cannot want Pennywise. Right? So you're not here to being raw and straight. You're not going to bleed right there. You understand? And because you have no water for you to bathe.
And it smells stink.
Right?
Just say that sweet smell stink.
Stink smell.
Hey, and
Yeah.
with that blood running, when the Mosai decide to release his one, he must serve for the cases. So when that happens to you,
Good point, huh?
Yeah, we spirit created for vengeance.
Yeah. A lot of you nigger woman is put to death in the most horrible way. In the most horrible way. Right? Your martial law is going to be breaking down your doors. Your nigger man who might try to fight to save you. They go put 2-3 bullets in you, and then they go do what? Shove rod in all your hole, all in your nose hole and all the shoving rod. Wherever they can fit the rod, all in the ears and all if they can fit the rod in the ears and all they do it.
hey, no self you're going to know is an eye hole.
You understand? Yeah.
And majority of these 2/3 are women, eh? So you know.
And then you're going to remember that these guys who used to see on the corner you was coughing and laughing at was telling you.
Flashing back in your mind.
Y'all ain't see me no more. You start the Second Chronicles. You just supposed to finish it. Second Chronicles 36, I believe there was on 15. Guess what? Pride does actually blind the eyes of people. I think it's dangerous thing.
Yeah.
The only person who's supposed to be proud of anything is the Most High himself. You understand? Because he made heaven and earth, and anything that you do or you create is the spirit of the Most High that work within somebody to actually do something. I can remember a time my child mother place she posted up my son get high scores in tests and thing, and oh she's so proud. I'm like, bitch, you proud of? That is the spirit of the Most High work on that little boy. All you're always proud of something. You ain't do nothing. It's the Most High. Shut the fuck up. Read the scriptures and yeah, can. Supposed to say, hey, all praises to the Most High when they see these things happen.
right?
Yeah, the scripture every day.
Yeah. Actually, I did read verse 16, eh? Alright, go ahead. Right, he said, this is 2 Chronicles 36 and 16. He said, but they mocked the messengers of Yahweh.
Yeah, so that's what they're doing. Look at these men. They in rags with little strings on the end.
They in dress.
Yeah, they in dress, they in rubber ding ding. All the talking madness. It's a virgin birth, it's a Holy Trinity. Prove it.
Yeah.
Go in the scriptures, all the soul you believe inside the scriptures. Prove that madness. There is no Holy Trinity, no virgin birth. Go
What
ahead.
did he say? Let Yahweh be true and every man a liar.
Yeah, can. Alright, that worship of the Holy Trinity and the virgin birth goes back to Seramus and Nimrod.
Alright.
You understand? Go ahead.
Right? He say, and despise his words.
Yeah, all you hate the words of the Most High. Alright? And those are you other Israelite factions who say, James is rapist. Alright, hey, we can prove
Prove
to
it.
the scriptures.
Prove that we racist, rapist.
Rapist. Alright? Hey, we could prove that, hey, we ain't saying go and rape nobody. Duh. The Most High know how we make man and woman is basically like sports. Alright? However the case
That basically is.
possession. You understand? So guess what? The Most High just
Either
put things
possess
in
the wife,
place.
possess it.
Alright.
He get the wife, he get the possession.
Can if this happen, right, this shall be the judgment. If somebody steals something from you to eat because he's hungry, alright, let the man pay it back about 7-fold, whatever the case is. If somebody steals to go and sell, hey, basically put that person to death. Alright? There's certain ways to go about judgment in the scriptures. You just can't read something and just go with it. You have to go into the Hebrew word, root word, alright? History, you have to go back into the ancient customs of the people to understand the reason why Deuteronomy 22 verse 5, when it says a woman shall not wear that which pertaineth to a man, goes back to actually the priests and priestess and dress code. Alright, and when you go into ancient history, women never used to wear pants. It's only in 1920 and 1930 women started to wear pants.
Can.
So you have to go back into the history in order to understand the mystery. Alright? Because the scripture did not literally say that a woman shouldn't wear pants. But when you go into the ancient customs of people when they used to worship, because there is no priestess in ancient Israel, there are only priests. We are a nation of priests, and a priest is supposed to wear breeches, which goes back to pants when he going up on the altar that is naked shall not be seen. Alright?
Now you're seeing what? You're seeing on every day I will go through Facebook, right? Putting Christians on them. You're seeing up to today, woman calling herself apostles. Now who gave you the...
We know firsthand about them.
Yeah.
Apostle Cherise.
Apostle Shaddai, she name.
Who's a
Woman importance.
What Apostle Duncan and his apostle wife?
Yeah, you understand? Now who gave you the title? Who gave you the...
Yeah.
What about the prophetess right in 3rd Avenue there? Right by the big church, by the Himalaya there.
By
The
Jesus
man and the wife, yeah. She's a
That
prophetess.
is actually my so-called family.
What about the Obia man / woman in St. Joseph? Where you call it her mother so and so. Let me say it's Mother Hilda. Or they go as a man. A big ass man.
Purple spirit.
Alright, go ahead.
Finish off the precept. Just finish off the precept. Right?
This place
Right?
really upside
You
down.
say, and misuse his prophets.
Right, because hey, you misuse this prophet meaning what you didn't take. The scripture said, I should give you pastors after my own heart that shall feed you with knowledge. The Most I say he will give you shepherds that shall feed the sheep. Right?
What about you shall see thy teachers?
Well, right? He say, until the wrath of Yahweh arose against his people,
Well,
till there was no remedy.
yeah, till there was no remedy because the time the Most I take the prophets out of the show start.
Yeah, God.
Party knows that.
Yeah.
Do it.
And when he touched down,
Party done.
Yeah, the party done.
Party done.
when the city burned down, they ain't going to be partying still.
Nah, the way we jam, we still at 12.
And the city is going to burn down.
That's right.
It is going to burn down.
ICBM nuclear
When
missile.
hold them and
Going
chop
to
them.
burn down.
Blade going to pass.
When it burn down, we will see how much all of it be jamming still.
when it burned down.
Men of the Lord go be sipping wine.
Yeah.
Of course.
And looking at the whole movie from
As
upstairs.
I say,
Laughing.
I had to make good on my promise in the sense when all this calamity started bring down, right? And you niggas jumping dead like flies on the street with martial law, right? With the King Alfred plan, Red Seal 4 and whatnot. I must have a bottle and a Napoleon beehive or a bottle of vodka and sipping whilst you niggas are jumping dead and rotting right on the ground there and the fowls are in the air picking on your fucking eyeballs. Like that. So that is it? You have to say
It's Isaiah 8 verse 21. And they shall pass through it hardly, vested and hungry. And it shall come to pass that when they shall be hungry, they shall fret themselves and curse their king. and their God, and look upward.
And their God, Jesus, the great Jesus.
Yeah.
And they shall look unto the earth.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And behold,
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
and behold trouble and darkness, menace and anguish, and they shall be driven in darkness. They're going to curse Rowley. They're going to curse the king. Rowley is the king.
Coffee and all, they will curse that bad.
And they will kill that. Somebody, the father is going to put these church members to kill some of them pastors.
And now, God, them doing
And
anything.
I'm telling all that. Some of these pastors is going to be killed by their own congregation. What can you go see? What shall I say? He will look for me and he will not find me. And he was talking about too. He was only talking about himself. He was talking about us.
Us.
Yeah.
So you go and hide, that's how it.
Yeah,
Represent Yahweh.
They say go shortly, they say election.
So with that, we give all praises to
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakadash.
Double honor to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone who taught us this truth and citation to the elect brethren. The sincere brethren are doing this work because the focus of the planet Earth. Hey, shalom to the brothers on the common board. Right, peace and safety to the elect and their families. Right, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
Mawat lababal.
Abad, Abad.
Shalom.